are you all?
Pretty good.
That's good. Now, let's just get into the meat and two veg of this. We're not here to fondle arachnids. I'm Dragons or Cats. This is Dragons Brew D&D. These are my players. At the table tonight we have Bonewave.
Hello.
Tell us about yourself, tell us about your character, and tell us one thing you remember from last session.
I'm Luke, playing Casimir, the Tiefling Wizard. Last session, we continued the fight, the big fight against the Lich and the cultist leader and a few other cultists. And it was pretty intense. Almost died a few times. And I'll let the others tell the rest.
That's true. Who's your daddy?
Hi, I'm Ikram. Is that what he meant?
You know it, baby.
Ikram's not my father, but he's my daddy. I'm adopted.
That sounds so weird. My name's Rob. I'm playing Ikram, and he is an Asimir druid. And last week I wasn't here, so that's all I know that happened last week.
Continue the story, Rob.
Jeez.
Oh, this beer's good.
And we'll get back to you later on, but now we go to our wonderful Joygasm as he's looking away from the screen so I can pick on him.
That's all right. I'm just getting comfortable here.
That's right, baby. You get comfortable, you get nice. Get
Um,
that tea ready.
I
for your
remember
joy.
old mate got away. Is that right? He's still there though. Can we still get him?
Unfortunately, no. The stream can't see it. And he whooped, danced away.
Yeah, he teleported away.
Just happened to land in a teleportation circle.
Betty did the goods, took out the dragon.
Tore
Angel,
asunder.
Angel has left us forever. She is now a dragon herself.
You don't really know that yourself. But you disrespected her
okay.
wishes and tried to bring her back, Sandstorm.
It wasn't disrespect. It was more than I care.
That's more sacrilege.
That's true. That's fair.
At the end of the day, with my spell, it's all about if they want to. So, just to make sure that she really wants to, and she did. So I'll let it be.
That is true. Everyone, throw your dragons, all your ducks up. I mean, I'm not a vet, but this duck is sick.
What the? What have you done with Kyle?
Can we end the stream now?
Yeah.
And finally, with us tonight, PM curfew. One thing about yourself. What happened last session to Belvin? Let us know.
Alright. My name's Brad, playing Belvin the Human Paladin. And last week, his Black Dragon shield, Black Razor, and the Black Dragon helmet he wore ended up fusing together, and the dragon's entity that's in the shield kind of took control, and he became pretty much cladded in dragon scales and became like a half dragon almost, and just wreck shit.
He did.
Yeah, it was good fun.
It's pretty badass.
Well, with the badassery aside, let's dive into tonight's game of Dragons Brew D&D.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say with the badassery side. Here's Joygasm.
With the badassery aside.
I know. It was like a split second thought.
Okay.
Could have gone back to Ikram.
What the hell has he got here? I don't know. We can't tell what that is.
Never get a cup of tea large enough or a book long enough to suit me.
And I thought that was going to say, look at my horse.
That is a tiny ass cup, though.
That's a normal size cup.
That's
actually
too small.
wow.
Like extra large mugs.
Size
Nothing's big enough for Rob.
Well, let's get
Jesus
this
Christ.
fuckerassery aside.
Rob
ladies.
is a big
I like
rig.
the first thing you said it. That's a fucking small mug, mate. Oh, I got a bigger mug than you. Everyone.
Not-
Oh no,
It's not worth
You know those tea mugs that me and you've got? I fucking love those mugs. They're perfect size.
They're pretty good, right? Anyway, let's dive into tonight's game of
That's
D&D. And
Depends on the strength of tea you're after.
yeah, that's true. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go get your true DM.
Down the elevator goes. First floor.
Aren't we already in the basement?
Hey guys,
Oh,
what's going on?
same shirt. What the hell?
What the fuck? And you stole his sunnies.
Hey, you made
Hey,
him on the way down.
Man,
Way up, sorry.
hey, get off my level, mate.
I like how you got that shirt on just to despise me, like just because that last time we talked about.
Oh, enough. Screw you.
Who gets
She is my queen. I get this shirt.
getting the money for that? Like, so that's you're saying that's not a Nintendo thing. So
Oh
who,
no, fuck no. This
who
is
gets the money?
the Redbubble. Whoever supplies it.
Yeah, someone's making a shitload of money off people.
Yeah, it's just like it's not Nintendo's product, so I guess they can do what they want. But
Yeah,
there's the crown trademarked.
You'll have to
Probably.
ask someone in
Talking
your
to my
own
mate
time.
about it, right?
This is
Talking to
just
my mate
chatting,
about
right?
it,
We're
and he's
just
like-
chatting to that.
He randomly just goes, do you know that if you put that crown on your head, your name would be Robert?
Okay. Steph Senpai. Yes.
Bit of trivia for you.
It's
The
trivia.
best trivia.
It's like a,
I love it. All right, so the four of you stand atop the upper level of the crashed heart of Uptau, so called. Elena is slain and is completely formed into a pile of dust. Nerovain has disappeared in a flash of arcane energy where a teleportation circle resides. Bethy, or Kiko, as her name is, has begun munching and chewing on the dragon's head. Basically tearing it asunder and digesting it. Angel lies before you. The four of you are all together. The clouds have begun to part as part of your control weather spell has begun to subside. And this is not a tattoo. This is a loose thread. Don't buy this shirt.
So loose.
a loose thread doesn't mean the shirt's that bad. So
Oh, it's Salos.
It's
Shuckers.
just another reason.
Continue.
it's a fan-made shirt.
So you said that I have like checked her pulse and everything, and she's gone.
100% dead.
Check the pulse. She's gone.
I'm not a doctor.
Even we've seen the magic of Sandstorm's crown.
She
Sandstorm's crown casting the true resurrection spell, bringing back nothing.
Well, Belvin's just gonna pick her up, and then just say, we can't just leave her body here. I think
like
Take
the
it
rest
back.
of
I
them.
agree. The cultists don't matter. Actually, we should burn their bodies so they can't be brought back as undead or something.
if you
That's a
if
good
you guys
idea.
wanna check to see if there's any important information around here amongst the rubble and dead bodies.
I should be like, hold on, Belvin. Let me do something first. I just want to cast a ritual. Is it gentle repose? So her body won't decay, basically. I think we should take her back to Riverguard. We can bury her.
Ooh. We should wrap her in a cloth or something for, like, though.
Do you want to get mummies, Ikram? That's how you get mummies.
So, over the course of 10 minutes,
You having mummy issues right now, are you? Single dad here.
over the course of 10
Oh,
minutes,
no.
you spend that time preparing the spell to be cast. Ikram, Sandstorm, what would you like to do with this moment of to catch your breath?
I'm gonna
I think we should burn the bodies.
give Betty her, give her. How far away is she?
She's where she is on the map. But she is chowing down on now the neck of the green dragon corpse,
I'm just gonna go over and give her
covered in blood.
give her a pat and
Purplish
go,
blood.
good to Betty. Good Betty.
The giant shark head with horns turns to you and is just. You see it like a part of an intestine is being swallowed, like is kind of stuck in her teeth, and she just.
So you said this is a poison dragon.
Yes.
Is there any like poison sacks?
You'll have to check it out. You'll have to divulge and go into the depths.
As
of
Betty
the
like
creature itself.
ripped it apart.
Gonna have to go for a swim.
Yeah, its head is like from its neck up is pretty much being devoured.
What
Legs, wings, body, and tail still intact.
I want to investigate it for signs of where its poison comes from.
Okay, make me a nature check.
Shit.
You know you got a guy that studied dragons for years in the party, right?
Well, I'm already here doing it, so I thought I would go.
A guy who's just naturally good at doing nature checks.
Are you though?
All right, so Sandstorm,
Yeah.
I have no idea where this would be. This is a huge creature, at least the size of the good plane. There's just collapsed on the ground here. And you're just like, yes, it's a lot. And there's blood. A lot of purplish blood. It's just oozing from the neck as Betty just chomps into it. Ikram, you spend that 10 minutes dealing with the bodies and burning them, correct?
I'll loot them first.
Okay, so I need to pull out some guys.
As
You
they
guys-
might have some clues as to what's going on, or they might have some interesting goodies.
Okay, so looking around on the kobolds, on the dead kobolds, you find it seems to be 24 gold pieces, and both have these staff that seem to be designed to be arcane focuses. Similar to the first sort of staff that Casimir came back with when he came back from the Candlekeep College.
It's pretty basic.
Yeah, pretty basic.
So not worth keeping then.
No, but could probably be used by other spellcasters.
We could give it to people who want to learn magic at Rivergate.
Yeah, Ikram.
That's a good idea.
You recognize the wood to be some form, a very, very well carved form of elder cider, a tree that grows in more of the western, well, the more eastern region of the north. So out past the like way east of Greenest from your memory. Is he frozen?
Me?
Yeah. Nope.
No, the other Rob.
All right. So the gentle repose happens, and you calm down. You don't find much else on the cultist bodies other than that. You do find a chest, however. You find a chest up along the rubble up top here.
Yep.
Along the ruined shelves up around here, you find multiple tomes and written scrolls that are now basically waterlogged and destroyed. But there are 2 scroll cases down along there. And also laying on the ground by this tree trunk over here
Yeah, what's that thing?
seems to be a green, a crystal ball of a green tinge set in a silver base.
Is the base like attached to the ground, or?
The base is attached to the ball, so it's like it's a crystal ball with its own little stand attached.
Oh, okay. And
Good night, Kent. Thank you for the
what
sub,
about-
buddy.
What about on this desk here? There's a piece of paper there I can see.
There is a piece of paper, and on it you find this series of notes sketched to show a complete map of Chult. A top note is pinned to it, and it states the following information that you can read by yourself.
Oh,
Read by yourself,
Oh.
hold then show it to the players.
oh,
It's just a lot I'm not going to read out.
yeah, cool. I'm just going to let you know that I'm going to show everyone else anyway. So what's in the scroll case and the chest, and I think that was it.
Okay, so what you find in the chest, you open up the chest, it is unlocked, and you, wow, where have it gone? I've lost it. This is awkward.
Lost the plot.
Yeah, I usually, what plot? There never was a plot. All right, there it is. You find you find 4 scrolls.
In the chest or in the scroll chest? Scroll case.
In the scroll cases, you find 2 scrolls. In the chest, you find another perfectly sealed scroll case. Actually, you find 2. You find another 2 in the chest. There's 2 on the ground. Within the chest as well, there are what seem to be 3 gold trade bars and a little wooden case that contains 2 lumps of chalk that are infused with gem dust. You recognize these chalks as the ones that Casimir has used to practice his teleportation circle theories.
Who did you say, sorry?
Casimir has used these chalks with gem dust in it to...
I'm going to give those to Casimir for sure.
Hey, son, you want some chalk?
Play hopscotch, mate. Get busy.
If you don't want it, mate, I won't give it to you.
I mean, I'll take it.
You can have the scroll of Skywriter as well if you want, because I already have that.
And basically, over this time as well, you identify the scrolls as Skywrite, Arcane Gate,
I'm taking the
And-
invisibility one though.
Invisibility.
Can I take one of the arcane gates?
You can.
Oh, you can have both of
Because
them.
I think I can learn that.
Take both of them.
Oh, I can give one to someone else. Because that might be
Okay.
useful.
Alright, I'm keeping the scroll of invisibility and the gold bars, and everyone else can have whatever they want out of the other thing.
Melvin, do you want the scroll of arcane gate?
Sure. I mean, why not?
Has the 10 minutes passed and we finished casting
The
Gentle
10
Repose?
After all this has just gone down, yeah. Gentle Repose has gone down, and Ikram has been able to approach you.
I want
Do we know do we have any idea what the crystal ball is? Like if I touch it, does it do anything?
You pick it up, it looks like... If you pick it up, it looks like there's a swirling cloud inside. Swirling green cloud.
I touch it.
Nothing happens.
Everyone wants to touch everything.
Nothing happens in the swirling crystal ball.
Casimir, what do you think this is? And I just give it to him.
Looks like a karate chop to me.
Karate chop it.
Nothing
I don't
happens as you karate chop it. You might...
Karate chop an Ikram. I want to, before I look at the ball, I want to harvest some of the dragon parts before Betty eats it all. If I can get Ikram's help.
How much of the dragon would be eaten after 10 minutes?
It's pretty fucking big.
It's pretty fucking big at this point. At this point, from the pats that Betty's received from Sandstorm, it's ceased eating. It's basically had the entire head and neck of the dragon.
Okay.
And at this point, it's just, and it's on guard basically.
Would
As it steps around, it makes earthquake tremors, basically.
Would because Sandstorm's after some poison. Would Kaz know if like the poison glands are like in the head or in the body somewhere?
You can make a nature check at advantage for that. And I'll just pull up the Dragnomicon.
17.
Ooh, 17.
If we so me and Casimir, we sort of joined forces, and he studied dragons, and I'm pretty good at naturally. I don't know.
You've
advantage
scanned
roll,
stuff.
or
Yeah, can we have double advantage?
Well,
super double, triple advantage.
just let me do one thing.
Let's not go too crazy.
I'm just wondering, like, with me and Casimir sat here and had a conversation, and we're like, well, from what I know, this, and then it's like, oh, blah, 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 blah.
Hi, that's really informative.
Yeah.
La 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 la.
Your knowledge
I
is
don't
blowing
know
me
any
away.
Things and
Real
stuff.
life, so-
We can do it together, right?
Yeah, if you look at where Sandstorm's cutting right now, that's actually where all the acid
That's actually at the
pouring
bottom.
out.
That's actually the perfect point where you're right now, actually. You fluked it.
All right, so on a 17, you do realize that the more poisonous glands that produce the gas are located just behind the lungs, deep within the ribcage.
Might be able to harvest it.
You might be able to harvest it. The scales itself on the dragon are very matte in appearance as well, aged.
So with that intel and with Ikram's nature of all things and my cutting skills of cutting throats, surely we can do this together, right, guys?
Just show me where to cut.
Show me the cut, doctor.
All right.
Yeah, so I pretty much want to harvest as many usable parts as I can off the dragon.
Okay, so
I mean, like scales,
What do you-
claws. Like, I don't think there's any like teeth or anything left. If the head got eaten.
no, the head's gone.
Scales,
Dragons
claws,
lay eggs, or-
spines, organs, blood.
Wow. Okay,
Do dragons lay eggs?
yeah,
Yes.
you hatch Elliot from an egg.
It's like I don't remember.
They're
how-
lizards.
It could be. It's D&D, bro. It could be anything.
Belvin's just going to be holding Angel and just kind of standing in the spot where we're going to be leaving.
Okay.
Just Belvin's got
What's the
angel
tip
eyes.
of his tail look like?
Is there a spike?
No spike. Very mundane. Just ends in a lizardy point.
Rob's, can I get Rob to help me out with the cutting of, not Rob, sorry, Ikram, to help me out with cut out these,
Fuck off, Rob. I
All
want
right.
not ink sacs, was it poison sacs?
Poison sacs. Poison glands.
Glands.
Is Betty kind of like letting us do our thing, or is she...
Yeah, Betty's having a big old trot around at the moment.
Remember, I can just go
Okay.
Betty to whatever.
Well, I go up to Sandstorm, and I'm like, all right, well, the best way to access these particular glands, come with me.
Yeah, yeah. hold me while I hold the knife. Hold me. Get behind me, yeah. I don't want to
And now we're going to go inside the throat.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Between the three of you working together, I'm going to say this might take an hour to do.
Well, you obviously don't know how good our teamwork is, mate.
All right. I'm going to... All right, so...
Together for years.
Well, I'm going to tell him to go down inside the throat through
Don't
the
go
hole that's
inside.
been chomped.
Can I just cut
Yeah,
it
so we
out
don't-
from the outside?
because we
Don't ruin it from the outside. You get in there.
Yeah, you need to get right in there.
Ikram has
God.
light as well, so he's got a flashlight essentially.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
And in the mornings, I cast water breathing, so they won't suffocate. So you can
I
get their
shall
real
call
deep.
him Betty.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going in there.
All right, so you go in.
I'm going in.
Between the three of you, an hour passes. You gain 54 pounds of usable green dragon scales.
Jesus, okay. All that.
You're only able to obtain 2 pounds in leather. It's basically just the leather membrane from the wings. Spines. You're able to collect 9 dragon spines. Blood, depending on how many vials you have. Because I know Belvin has a vial. There was a couple of healing potions drank. And unless you're just going to put it, basically fill the cube up of whatever blood's remaining. Nope. Yep. Nope. Is that going to happen?
Yeah, I want to vial it all up, all the poison. How much
Okay.
poison?
All right. So you.
Unless one of the guys comes and asks Belvin for a vial, he won't. Like, I mean, he doesn't really know. He's just kind of standing there. He's just
Can I
waiting.
just pour it all in the bag of holding? Just pour it in there. Pour it out when we get home.
Let me just get something else. Oh, it's soaked in dragon.
Whoops.
Oh, I'll just throw out the enemy. We'll kill everyone.
I
Wonderful.
don't think they've entered
Nah, I'm gonna have empty vials.
like detergent.
I'm gonna have all the empty vials from the alchemist vial left.
That's right. You do. Actually, no, you wouldn't have because you throw each and every vial.
No, it's not a
And
thing.
each and every
They're
vial.
hardened glass, so
recycle.
it doesn't shatter.
I recycle.
Oh yeah, from the alchemist vial. My mistake. I was thinking the Molotovs. Do not worry about that. All right. So
I don't know.
You have to have signs on each. Do not throw. Throw.
Because yeah, the alchemist. Because remember the alchemist. Not the alchemist fire. The what was I saying? Not the alchemist fire. The wyvern poison. That's what I meant to say before. So the wyvern poison, I always had in the vials, but I poured it on my weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
I never used it like separately. I didn't throw it at people because you have to get in their bloodstream, right?
yeah. All right. So you receive 3 vials of green dragon blood for you, Sandstorm. Unless you are going to fill up the bag of holding, are you going to do the same with the cube?
No, that's not a thing, right? You can't do that.
I'm not going to fill the cube up with blood. I actually have valuable things. Mate, I didn't gamble everything away like Sandstorm.
What's the purpose of the blood? Like, what do you get out of that?
Probably sell it. Dragon parts are worth a lot of money. They're rare
So-
creatures.
Make stuff out
What's
of it.
this?
Yeah,
is
could-
it
could
on
make potions
level
and stuff
with
out of it.
wyvern? Is this wyvern poison? Is that what it is?
It's dragon blood.
Mate,
No,
wyverns
the
have
poison.
2 legs, dragons
The
have 4.
poison glands.
The poison
No,
gland, is that on par with wyvern poison? Is that what it is?
No, you actually like drain the wyvern of its actual poison. These are actual organs that produce poisonous gas that allows it to be breathed out from the dragon.
Oh my god! So do I carefully like surgery this like
With
organ
yeah.
out?
with help from Ikram,
It's like,
Casimir, the 3 of you
pass me the
surgically
scalpel.
remove
Yeah.
both the poison glands.
Losing him.
Actually, no. For the poison glands, you can give me a dexterity check at advantage.
Okay.
That's
Come on,
it.
tap with the towel, Ikram. Tap with the towel, mate. I'm sweating here, mate. Which one was it again?
I cast create item and I make like
Dexterity
I make
saving
like
throw?
a sponge. I
Which
make a
dex-
sponge and I'm just
which-
dabbing his
Just
forehead.
dex.
Which dex check was it?
Just a dex.
Just a dex.
So you're trying to surgically remove it
Mm.
with
Nice.
precision.
That seems like an intelligence thing.
No, it's just
But-
dexterity.
It's like, you don't know where to cut, mate. If you were dissecting
No,
a puffer
Ikram's
fish...
telling me. Ikram's telling me to cut.
Oh,
With
okay.
Ikram and
If Ikram's
Kaz-
telling him, I take 10 steps back.
Yeah, with Ikram and Casimir's help, you 2 are able to tell him where to cut.
Tell me the cut, boys.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
go like,
No.
yo.
Yeah, as he
Yeah.
cuts...
Yeah. You rupture a lung in the process, but you manage to get
That's alright.
1 gland.
He'll be fine. He's got 1 lung
Quick.
left.
Can I get
You
loot
damage the
right
other.
ice, or whatever you do with your magic shit?
What do we need his lung for anyway?
Use
Mate,
magic
I
shit,
can-
mate.
I can have infinite poison with this gland. Trust me.
Just don't drink it.
Am I right, Ikram? Ask Ikram the question. You're the nature
Is
dude.
he right? I don't, it works like that, does it?
Infinite, eh?
If we
Rob.
keep this alive, can I?
I'm going to say yes.
Just-
If we keep it alive. Can we hook this poison gland up to life support?
hook it up to me, and I just produce like poison.
Can
It's
we
just
go?
like-
Come on, open heart surgery. Do it, guys.
Just stitch up this gland to your body and it's like, kill me.
At least I can breathe poison fire. That's the main.
Casimir, do you want to try cut out the dragon heart?
Yes.
You can make. How would you like to try get it out?
Do you want me to cut it for you? You just tell me how to do it.
Well, I've got skill with Jeweler's kit and Tinker's kit, so I'd have pretty steady hands.
Oh, yeah.
You do have pretty steady hands.
Fix my watch.
I pull out my giant feather.
Don't pull out the crippler.
Just crowbar it out.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, between your tinkerer's tools and your jeweler's tools, you are able to quite easily and precisely cut the heart out. But it's like this big.
Alright, Ikram.
It's quite the large organ.
Lay beneath it and then cushion the fall.
You cut it out, it's still like kind of sitting in the
What are you doing? The
in the
heart?
chest cavity.
I mean, let's just sell it. It's probably worth heaps of money.
And you now have a bloody, purple bloody dragon heart.
Right,
Do people eat this?
yeah, nobles eat everything.
This entire time, what you've been doing stinks. You can all have a Constitution saving throw,
What? Not
except for
Belvin.
Belvin.
I was
Except for
gonna say.
Belvin. Belvin's not partaking in gross shit.
I get advantage on saves against poison. Can I? Is that the same thing?
He's just
Nope, not the same
reflecting
thing.
on what happened.
Wait, what are we doing?
Constitution saving throw, please.
It's my weakest of the saves. Apart from strength.
That's my weakness as well. No. Whoops.
Okay, so Casimir,
Mhm.
you're too focused on what's on the task at hand. You don't care. Sandstorm, after cutting out the first gland, it stinks. It's bile in there, so you kind of step away. Ikram, when Casimir asks you to go underneath and catch the heart, you go in, but that churning in your stomach just causes you to barf. Just be sick and just. And that begins, and you gain another point of exhaustion from that.
Wait, what?
We go.
Wait, oh no, wasn't I? I wasn't at one level yet, was I?
You were. You're on your,
all-
you're on your second level of exhaustion.
We all were.
I wasn't.
Wait, I got. I'm
Whether-
not on any.
Oh,
I'm not
if you
on-
failed to save in the cold, I think you got one.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Okay.
I got 0.
But I thought we fixed that. Remember, by having a rest.
You did. You got rid of one. You were at
No,
2 last
this-
time. You got rid of 1, and now you're at 2 again.
That's alright. We're
We're
gonna
gonna have a nap soon anyway.
Yeah.
I think
The big
we should-
things happen. We have to rest.
I think we need to leave this place. We need to rest.
I just haven't
I
finished.
agree. I agree with Belvin.
So was Ikram correct when he said like I can keep this alive?
He
You
said
didn't-
yes.
Okay. So can I get Casimir to do a bit of magic to keep it going?
Keep what going?
The
I'm
sure you
gland.
I'm sure you can ask him.
Remember how you said you did it to Angel?
I don't think that's how biology works.
Whatever you did to Angel, can you do that?
What did I? Oh, stops from decaying. Yeah, I can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's alive.
And then,
no.
and then,
No,
and then
it just stops it from
freezes.
decaying.
Just stops it from
You ever
rotting.
seen Rat Race, mate? Put it in the fucking ask before.
Well, Belvin has the sock of colding. It's like a bag of holding, but it's
Are you
cold.
serious? Fucking holy shit! Come to
Yeah.
you. What?
Not on me.
What?
No, it's back at the cape.
Oh,
I didn't
why
bring
would
it
you-
with me.
that's
Oh, that's
spring.
that's-
Colding.
That's what it's called. It's, a
That would've
it's
been
literally a
perfect.
portable fridge.
How do you keep? Can you
But
give
it's
me-
only small.
Yeah, but it's still useful. No, but it's like a bag of holding. It like expands when you open it. Like the interior is bigger than it looks.
Oh yeah, but it's not as big as a bag of holding.
Oh no, but it's still good.
Do you got a freezing spell? Yeah. I got a freezing spell. I can do a ray of frost.
Do you pull out the wand and use it
fucking
on?
blast it with Ray of Frost, please.
No, I want to control it. I should get Casimir.
Yeah, I don't trust Storm to control
Casimir,
magic.
can you do a controlled ray of frost, just to keep it on ice, please, Mark.
Well, I could control
If I
shape
put it-
water. I could shape
If
water.
I put an item in a bag of holding, does it stay in that state no matter what?
No, you see, they seem to decay after time
Okay.
as normal. They're not locked in a state of
Okay, cool.
suspended animation.
I might just get Casimir to keep it on ice until we get to the fridge. To go to the
Okay.
sock holding.
The soccer holding back in Riverguard as the four of you leave the heart of Uptower.
Hold up. Wait, what?
Is that correct? Is that what you're going to do?
Hold up.
What?
Did we finish harvesting all the shit?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm looking
From
at
what
chat
I
on
know.
this too. So, what do we get?
Claws, let's see. You can harvest, you successfully harvest 5 dragon claws. Harvest 5 dragon claws. You harvest 8 spines before. A lot of the internal organs, such as the large intestines, the multiple hip bones, have all taken their toll. Betty has been fed as well.
What was it? Heart, claws, spines, scales, blood. How much?
Leather. 2 pounds of leather. 54
Yeah.
pounds of scale.
Would any of the teeth from the dragon have fallen on the ground in this whole situation?
A bit of a messy eater, Betty. Could be a couple of teeth there.
Do me an investigation check. If you were looking for teeth.
Yeah, I'm just looking for teeth.
Oh, yeah.
How many liters was it?
Sandstorm got 3 vials. In liters, how would have you contained them?
Well, I'm thinking we can just shape water up some frozen containers, essentially.
Oh yeah, because you can freeze the water with
Yeah.
that spell, can't you?
Yeah, I can shape it and then freeze it.
How are you carrying all this?
All right, so you get
I just teleport back.
So how are you carrying 55 liters of frozen cubes?
55
What the
liters.
fuck?
What are you doing with this blood, dude?
Nothing suspicious.
It's like I'm so.
You take up 50. So what is that? 10-foot cubes.
I don't actually know how I'm going to carry all that shit. How dense is the blood?
Could you put it on Betty's
Denser
back?
than water.
Denser than water. So it'd probably be like... Wait, how big? What is it?
55
50
liters. 55 liters.
Fuck, I don't know.
Be simple.
Yeah, I'm going way too in depth with it. I don't know. It'd be like a couple of like a decent sized container almost.
And how are you going to contain that? So like,
Control order.
Can I just gentle repose the dragon corpse and we can teleport it back?
I mean, yeah.
We'll just take the whole corpse.
Okay.
We already like harvested though.
Well,
Somehow you're gonna...
hindsight is 2020.
So it's like we harvest it, we put all the back on, and then we take it.
Yeah. All right, boys, put it back in.
Okay, watch me, guys. Go back in.
All right.
Wonderful.
Well, that wasted about 15 minutes.
That was good. Belvin's just been waiting there patiently for an hour.
Sorry, Brad.
I'd like to think Belvin's just kind of standing there reflecting on, Angel's death, the Black Razor armor and everything. Just kind of mulling over what happened.
Like, yeah, I was so badass there. Fucking hell.
The helm and the shield just to the side as you can't feel their connection.
Oh, the shield would be on his back and the helm latched onto his belt.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm just saying you can't feel their attunement connection,
Nope.
that metaphysical link between you. But after the harvesting is done, and for sake of ease, you can contain ice cubes, 55 liters of ice cubes within your cube.
Don't worry about that. We're just taking the corpse.
So you're going to come back to the corpse tomorrow.
After 8 hours of napping.
After 8 hours. After an 8-hour nap, you're going to teleport the corpse back.
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, so.
That's my plan, at least. Well, right.
Wait, do we have like a
Rob
skinning section? Like a mutilation of beings and taking parts in our keep?
Wait, what?
Like, do
we have like a shop for it?
where we can like, pretty much a butcher, I guess.
No, not yet.
That's what we need.
We've got a chef.
Can you cut shit? Come here, mate. We've got a dragon for you.
We have a chef.
Yeah. Hey, mate, we've got a dragon for you.
Yeah, do you mind just chopping this up? Thanks, mate. Yeah, no worries.
Don't have a big enough desk for that. Oh, shit. It's ridiculous.
Before we have a nap, can I identify the orb, this glass orb thing? What do you call them?
Crystal ball.
Crystal ball, yeah.
Are you traveling back to Mesro, or are you just doing it here?
I think we should just do it here.
Seth has a good idea. Has a good thing, dude. You said you have an 8-hour nap. Fucking sleeping.
All right, so
I prefer 8-hour nap.
You just kept saying nap. Like, wait a minute.
over the course of 10 more minutes, you identify it as a crystal ball of scrying.
Ooh. And does it scry?
It does, but it requires attunement.
Ooh. Can I attune to it?
Over the course of an hour.
Okay.
You can attune to it when we get back to Mesro, I feel like we spent too much time here. I think we need to sort it ourselves out. Everyone's pretty tired and exhausted.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable sleeping here.
I can throw up a tiny hat.
Around the flaming sharp bodies.
You don't want to sleep in the sweet potato?
Yeah.
It's practically a second home.
Preferably,
Yeah.
look, I kind of just want to get away from this place. This place just... Too many bad memories in this place already.
Alright. Kaz will go along.
You guys can sleep here if you
Balance.
want, but I'm going to make my way back to Mesro.
I want to scribe the teleport circle before I go.
You can do that. You perfectly can do that. You get over there, you spend 10 minutes perfectly copying the arcane circle. Writing it down in your spellbook. As Belvin already begins to make the trek back to Mesro, what the rest of you do at that point? Casimir's just finished circle inscription. Belvin's making his way back
With Angel?
with Angel in his arms. Ikram and Sansom are... Well, Ikram's AFK.
You muted, Robbie. Oh, no, you're not.
Me?
You're being real quiet.
Oh, no, I wasn't actually talking. I was just
Okay.
with that what I'm doing. How far is back to Mesro?
About 1,000 feet.
Yeah, well, I'll go back. Go back with Belvin. I'll just sort of walk behind him.
Tell Betty not to eat the corpse. The dragon
Oh
corpse.
yeah, Betty. I'm just saying, Betty. Let's go, mate. Let's
But tell
get back.
it not to come back and eat the corpse.
Yeah. We're taking the course, Betty. You've had enough, mate.
Make an animal handling check.
But I'm the king.
Make an animal handling check.
King of the jungle. I can't wait to be king. Animal handling. High hair. I got such a bad, but I usually get a good roll somehow. When it matters, at least. No, it doesn't matter today, obviously.
Looks at you.
I don't know what that. Do I know what that means?
It looks pissed. As if you're trying to relinquish it of its food.
I look at Kaz and go, well, can't tame the beast. Sorry, Kaz.
Thought
I
he was
walk
full.
off.
He was fed already.
Might
Might be a meal.
Betty's getting angry.
Might be its prize.
Does Betty leave?
As Sandstorm is leaving, Betty does trail behind. Big glumping.
So when Betty leaves, I'm gonna shape water and freeze the entire corpse. Just want to cover it all in ice.
Cover it all in ice, as the rest of the party have got about 500 feet away from you, so cover the entire corpse. But it is quite humid as the storm is beginning to pass.
Okay. Well then, I'll head back to the keep afterwards as well. I'll take the crystal ball with me.
You take the crystal ball with you, and I'm going to move you over to the Bezro map. You guys move on through around the glyphs of warding, make your way back to the large temple of Uptal. Inside, lies the hallway into the... Where is it? Into the Hall of Kings, basically. Beyond that is the darkened archways that leads you to wherever you most feel comfortable or can think of. Such as home takes you to, for Casimir, home takes you to the library. Thinking of the library also takes you to the library.
Can I take any interesting looking books on a quick look around?
Okay. As you're having a rest and having a wander around, the vast amounts of text and scrolls within this area, some flicker in and out of existence as you walk past. You see, they seem there, but then they they're from corporal to incorporeal. Basically, spectre or flicker out, blink out of existence. You can roll a D100 and make a perception check.
Or investigation?
Or investigation.
Yeah.
Right.
77 and 22.
All right, for 22. Every time you begin to see a book that might seem interesting as you're just looking through all of it, you realize they begin to flicker and blink out of existence. Ones that are mostly magical in nature, they vanish. You come back a couple times to see the same book there, and again, flickers out of existence away from you. With your investigation check, you realize the books seem to be here, but not here. In this place, but also in another. Stuck between two. And
Would I know how to, like, sort of fix it in, like, this sort of plane or whatever? So I could grab it?
make an Arcana check. A disadvantage. No, there it is. So on a 17, it's going to require a bit more dimensional and planar study before you can really get a grasp on this. But you do manage to grab one text as it flickers into existence, so you just barely grab it. You look through it and you see all the pages are blank. Do you still have blood on your fingers?
No, I would have washed my hands. What do you think?
Okay.
I'm a barbarian?
Just a little bit. Okay, Cerulean. But yeah, you realize all the pages are blank and it's in a old draconic text. You know the title of the book's
okay.
in a old draconic text. Between one of the between a couple of pages, you find this strange kind of crooked, pronged weed that's being used as a bookmark. It's a pungent smell from these leaves.
Wow. Pop that in the cube.
Moist. Cool.
No, I'll head back after that and set up a tiny hut so we can have a rest.
Okay. What do the rest of you do throughout the confines of Mesro, the tower? Basically, you guys have been to the majority of the rooms through the temple itself, which include a flooded storage cellar, a meditation hall decorated with dinosaur bones and wind chimes, the Hall of Champions, Hall of Kings, as you basically walk through, a prayer hall, the rooftop balcony, the King's Audience Hall, where there's the triangular mosaic tiled floor that depicts Mesro, but looks like it's been built up. You even find a ancient kitchen filled with gargantuan, gigantic clay ovens. Your rest passes as the night comes over as the moon rises and night comes through and sleep eventually takes you. You awake the next morning to the sound of birds chirping, pterodactyl up in the sky. And the day is yours.
Are we rid of all exhaustion?
You would be rid of 1 point of exhaustion. Each long rest
You're
gets
rude, mate.
You can use Greater Restoration to get rid of it too, if you want.
It's not that bad. At the moment, what is it? Just a disadvantage on ability checks?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. So, Kaz has a plan of what he wants to do, but what are your guys' thoughts? Or do you want to hear my plan first?
Are we getting out of here, or?
Do you want to hear my plan first, or do you want to go?
Well, what's your plan?
Alright, so Neurovane fell through the portal, right? And it was a decent fall, as he's unconscious, so there's a pretty good chance that he died on the other side of the portal. So I want to try scrying him. And if he's dead next to the portal, then I can teleport directly to that and grab the mask. The green mask that he had. And then head back directly to Riverguard. But I won't be able to come back to Mesro, because there's... Actually, I could return to the heart, I guess. But what do you guys think? Basically,
Well,
I want to grab...
we can decide what to do if you can actually scry him. I think that's probably at first. Like, we can decide what to do once you scry him and see what's happened.
Yeah. Okay. Did I attune to that the orb, Carl? Crystal ball?
Yes, you have.
Okay, cool.
But it could have been done throughout the entirety of that 10 hours that just passed.
Okay, cool. So does it just cast scrying? Is that essentially it?
Okay, so what happens as you cast a scrying spell from the crystal ball? As you sit the crystal orb in its stand on a table within the library, hands over it, you put in, you move your hands in the way to activate the somatic components for it. The spell comes to life, and I'm just gonna. I don't even know if scrying comes fast.
I have the actual spell.
Okay,
too.
good. The crystal ball shines in a light green tinge as the clouds from within the orb itself seem to smoke out and take your vision. The clouds pass as your sight, you see coming out from your body, going out from the temple, going out to the entirety of Mesro, flying up into the air to see the land of Cholt itself, and quickly zipping up to the northeast, across the sea, across the land, eventually going over to a large section of what seems to be a forest, not too far from a large well-used road that then sinks in through the canopy. You see a little stream that goes to a waterfall. You go within the water, go down deep from top view down into the waterfall. It seems to go through. That goes through rock. You go down and you are shown he is laying in a mute in that. You see this half elf. No, you see this pale silver skinned wild elf. He's in the ceremonial robes, but his shirt is torn open. Seems to be bandages and wraps around his body. His left arm seems to be completely broken in multiple places. It seems to be splints going down both up that way and around that way. His abs, you see, are chiseled, but not as well muscled as, say, Belvin's. More that elegant, that fine, elegant statuesque that elves usually always have. He's shown to be in a lush living space in a rough-walled cavern, decorated with selected art and craft works. Rich carpets and tapestries cover the floor around his fur-lined bed. You see a large mirror is to the side and a trunk. 3 humanoids gather around him, tending to his wounds. Bandages all over his head. You can see that his full face is revealed, and around his right eye and ear, burn marks. Horrible burn marks. His right ear is completely burnt away, whereas the other one still points out. You see that he's been the 3 humanoids around him. As you can see, basically these humanoid arms going in and over him, tending to the wounds, basically trying their best to make the body as well presented as they can. You see one of his comrades brings a box over his body and opens it up. It seems to be a metal coffer of some sort. And from over his forehead, the green balaclava is taken off and placed within the metal coffer box. You see another one at the end of the bed seem to wave his hand over the body. Make an Arcana check.
28.
28. You realize he's casting a sending spell within this vision.
Okay.
Sending off some sort of message. As the metal coffer box is closed and you see a lock is placed on it, the three figures, you see their shadows leave around the body as the elf is left there.
So they took the mask.
They took the mask.
Alright. From where, like within sight range, can I see a teleport circle anywhere?
You do not see a teleport circle.
Alright, well, I guess that's that.
Make an insight check. As your vision comes out from that forest, across the lands, across the seas, back to Cholt, and then zooms back into your vision.
Alright, I get advantage from the cube.
You do.
21. Blackjack.
21, blackjack.
Cool.
With help from the cube, you realize that time was probably of the essence. Wherever it led, wherever the circle led, was probably important to get to it beforehand, or even scribe beforehand. And you're a little disappointed in yourself that you didn't find out straight away.
I'm not really disappointed because I had 0 spell slots left. So I couldn't have teleported even if I wanted to.
And that was at that moment in time that they were basically had cleaned his body up, make it all nice, and then put it away in the box and took it away.
Alrighty then. Well, I guess we don't get the mask. Okay then. Well, do we want to just head straight back to Riverguard?
I leave it open to the floor. Well, as you can see, the floor is quiet.
Yeah, let's go back. I kind of want to go and check on
Everyone.
Osa and Muddy.
Osa and Muddy.
Muddles.
Muddles. Good old
Oh yeah,
Muddles.
you're out there. That's
Yeah.
Alright.
Is it Osa?
yeah, Osa.
Mate, it's your
Yeah.
disciple.
Doesn't mean I have to remember a name.
Sandstorm. During this morning, would you like to explore around Mesro at all, or are you looking for anything? Or are you
Just gotta pick up my with Enki.
cool?
Who?
I pretty much checked this whole temple, right?
You've gone in and gone through it. Haven't completely checked it per se. I mean, you've gone to what places that you could access.
Yeah. Do I have any extra passageways and go now I have the crown?
None that have opened up to you straight away within the temple.
Okay. Yeah, probably just lock it up. Lock it all up, guys.
Okay. Do you explore any outer city at all? You look around? No? Okay.
We haven't really seen anything. I don't think there's not really anything left.
Kaz will head back to the heart, and if we're all ready to go, I'll send a message. Use a sending to Kazimir to start casting a teleport circle on his end as well.
So this
can
is the
link to
place
that.
we come back to, right? Teleport.
Is that so? What can we transport in that teleport circle?
Anything that touches it, essentially.
Enki?
If Enki's here.
Anki is not there.
No, but I'm gonna go get her.
How far away is it?
Judging from the map that you received that was on the table at the heart at the Flying Potato, having a look at that, through the jungle would be a good 9-10 days of travel through thick Amazon.
No, yeah. Is Bag of Nails coming?
You do meet up to Bag of Nails, and he's gathered a lot of fish for breakfast, so he's basically been taking care of you. If you ask him, he goes, "I will follow the brave anywhere."
Come on, mate. I got a bed for you.
He could lead us through the forest, maybe quicker.
Thank you for the raid. Thank you. But yes, sorry. Continue.
He could possibly lead us through the forest, maybe even quicker. Maybe. He would know the forest, wouldn't he?
Yes, I have spent many years. Although some of them were feral, I have been through the lands of Chult. I've been through the generals.
Well, you would be able to get us to Port Nyanzaru easy enough then.
Ah, the Nyanzaru, yes. Yes, of course. We can make track. More than likely make track all up along the river. Trickery. Yes. Or even make our way back up through the forest. I mean, if we could find a wreck through the Kitches Inlet, we could sail around the peninsula, through the bay. Thank you so much for the hosts.
The raid.
Raid. Especially the raid. Gotta love them raids. Alright,
Let's do it.
What do you want to do? You're saying you're doing it.
Trek it through the forest.
So you can teleport us all right though, Casimir?
Only if I know, like, the destination circle. I don't know the address, mate.
What about, can you have an address of Mesro inside the temple?
No, there's no teleport circle there. I know there's one in the heart, right here.
Sorry, where?
The red circle.
Oh, okay, so we can use that one.
So I could come back to that, but...
You make this a good one, can you change it to a goodie teleport so the guy can't use it? Or are we going to follow that?
Yeah.
Or can you follow it? Oh, I don't know. It's dodgy.
It's probably a good idea to destroy it, because otherwise the Lich is pretty much guaranteed to come back.
But can you change the code or something?
No.
Don't think
Isn't it?
so.
Isn't it like an address is always the same?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
But you have to be locally there to set it up first, right? Like,
Yeah, and takes a long time to set up.
Takes a long time to set up, but it takes a quick second to destroy.
Because I really kind of want to be back at Mesro easier.
Well, we might be able to get something from... what's his name? The prince... Merchant prince guy?
Wakanga?
Wakanga, that's the one. Forever. He might have a teleport circle somewhere. We might be able to use that. But basically, this is the bad guy's teleport circle, so they will definitely use it to come back.
Yeah.
Destroy it, I'd say.
Yeah.
That'd be best. And then for tracking back, I think maybe whatever's the quickest way between the rivers and the forests. I think the river is, isn't it?
The rivers would be the quickest way if you had canoes.
If we had boats. Well,
also, there's waterfalls going up on the way back.
Oh, that's right.
remember.
Up.
So trekking would probably be the quickest way.
Yeah, I think going through the forest would be the way to go.
All right. You send us...
And just for clarification, Belvin does not have any armor on. Because it's broken.
That is correct.
So, if we got attacked, Belvin does not have a high armor class anymore. Just so
Don't you have, like, abs of steel or something?
Well, must...
Flex that.
Well, I mean, abs, yes, of steel, not quite.
Have you seen that fucking news story? It's like, bodybuilder gets made to stab him because he thinks it'll stop the knife. Like, he thinks his abs will stop the knife. It's like...
Wow. But yeah, so Belvin's armor class is low.
Yeah, at the moment, yeah.
Yes.
All right, so the lot of you
Wait.
get prepared.
wanna
Casimir sends a message, sending spell back, saying, "I am ready whenever you are to be taken away from my duties of River Guard."
Well, it might be another week or so. But I'm going to send back the dragon corpse for him and the others to harvest.
Oh my
You really think that's a good idea to
Yes.
just send it? Where would you like us to put? Where would you like? Where would you like me to place the sigil?
Well, the sigil's like in like the what's it called? I can't remember what the room looks like. In Riverguard.
Yeah, in the north.
It's like there's a decent opening. It's just like a nice big flat open area.
Just outside.
Well, it's wherever he's been putting it down constantly.
Yeah.
In the big flat open area.
He says you hear a mental sigh from him. He says, "Okay,
I
ready
believe in you, number 2.
ready to receive."
I'll cast teleport circle and send the corpse through.
What the fuck?
How are you going to get the
The
corpse?
surprise of their life.
How are you going to get the corpse to touch the circle?
It's only got to touch the edge of it. It's a magic sigil as well. I don't have to actually like physically draw it. I can draw it with magic.
Rare chalks and inks infused with precious gems, which is
Alright, I'll lift up one of its fingers and draw under it.
it's quite heavy. You strain for a minute until someone helps.
I was gonna say, like,
Velvet.
Like Velvet literally comes over and
Lift
lifts
up
up
one
her hand
massive finger.
and then sets it back down.
hope this is worth it. This is gonna scare a lot of people.
Yeah, we can study. Do we have a scientist?
Yeah, Kaz Sydney.
I am the scientist.
Oh yeah, you're right. Take it to my
And
laboratory.
Take it to the lab.
with that, as you finish drawing the circle and activate the spell, the dragon, the circle glows in a light orange arcane light, and the dragon's corpse just vanishes in the same light in a bit of a flash, just as it bamps away.
Nice.
All right.
So I
Head off.
may interrupt. I'd like to congratulate Dragons Are Cats on the 300 followers.
Oh yeah, that's right. GG indeed, yeah. At that point, we might you guys want to take a quick little break? Quick little
It's at
break.
9 o'clock in your state.
Yeah, we can take a break now.
Yeah, we'll take a nice little break as the as Riverguard gets to deal with a headless dragon corpse just flashing in.
Time to quit.
It's in like the what's it called, like courtyard. So it's not in like a building or anything.
But
It's gonna be
just before this break, we all decided to head off
I think are we heading back to the
to
Lanzaro.
make our way back to Port Nyanzaro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there's nothing else here. And I'll destroy the teleport circle here. So Lich
Yeah.
can't come back.
You destroy the teleportation circle here. You destroy the other teleportation circle, which you just drew in the ground. Get that gone completely.
And the sigil, the glyph of warding that I put back in Mesra as well. So no
You
one
get-
else
Yep.
can use that.
Cover that track up. You leave the god plate behind, along with the ruins of the heart of Ubtao.
What's that? I don't think we could move that even if we wanted to.
Yeah, it looks like a permanent fixture of Earth. And
Plus,
as you all,
Ikram has the god plate.
he no longer has a tummy ache.
Mate, we probably should investigate that before we go.
My tummy ache.
Yeah, you don't have a tummy ache anymore.
I feel fine.
Before we go to our break, as you leave Mesro, I need you all to make wisdom saving throws disadvantage. But Joygasm, you can make it at normal. Just make a normal wisdom save for Sandstorm.
Have I got Tilly with me?
Why is
But
it?
everyone else had advantage, was it?
Everyone else at disadvantage.
But
What
disadvantage. Oh, sorry.
Do I
I'm
have-
saying
Do I
disadvantage.
have Tilly with
Say
me?
wisdom.
Hold on, one at a time. Disadvantage, everyone except for Sandstorm. What was that?
Oh, you
Luke?
was.
Do I have Tilly with me?
Yes.
So do I get a normal roll?
No. Not in this regard, because Tilly's got to make one as well.
Is it magical?
It's a magical effect, but I'm saying it's not going to apply any circumstance.
What's the point of it?
Does my crown help me?
Yes, that's why you rolled normal.
Wonderful.
Well, I don't know if that's what the crown is doing, or it does, I can do that.
Okay, so as you all leave Mesro, all of you except for Ikram make your way off into the jungle in a bit of a haze and dizziness. The only recollection of you guys becoming lost in a flooded bog. Ikram, you see as you leave the area of Mesro, the stone walls themselves begin to, and the city itself begin to disappear and turn invisible.
As in they don't they drop, or as in they just sort of shimmer into invisibility?
They just shimmer into invisibility and disappear away from you.
That's cool.
Although you do retain the memories of what has happened here, mostly because of your pull towards the god plate, as you remember that it's still here. The magical effects of Mesro itself trying to dig into your brain and keep that knowledge away from you, but that fire burns that away. Sandstorm, you can feel the vibration, like the pull in your crown, but it's more or less a bit of a nag or a bit of a knowing back in that direction that there's something there. As you realize you guys are now leaving the jungle and heading home. As the four of you make your way into the jungle with the body of Angel, we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
So like,
So
now
we're carrying Angel. Is that what we're carrying
Andrew,
at this point?
And we didn't get a chance to investigate the god plate, right? I did say that.
We'll come back to that. We'll do a little cut back to that.
Okay.
We'll do a little cut back to that. All right. So I'm going to grab a tea. Actually, I'm just going to grab more water. So I'll be back in just a second.
I'm gonna grab a tea.
I'll be right back.
Rob, if you should put. Luke's gone. I was saying, I'll have to stay here and carry us then, Rob. Welcome, guys. This is the R&R cast. We're back. We're back from 8 years. How long's it been? 8 years. We're back live. God.
Good times. 8 years ago.
No, he's gone. Yeah, remember that Slenderman video? Shout out to our Slenderman video we made once.
Oh my god.
One person had the mouse, one person had the keyboard. That's the only way to play horror games, right?
Yeah, and one person controlling the eyes. That was a terrible idea.
Oh, it was hilarious because you just yell at each other like, "Go fast!" and you're like, "I'm going as fast as I can go."
And then like one turns around, so the other one starts running forward and stuff. It's like, ah.
Oh, it was good. It was good.
It was good fun.
We like lived closer to it, not across the country. What was that? Was that a burp yawn?
I don't know what that was.
Bjorn.
Did not realize that the mic would have picked that up.
It was like a
Jesus
yawn.
Christ, mate.
It like burped from in here too. It was weird.
I know. It's like it came out.
Is.
Like this released your soul. Wait.
What soul?
Soul?
Yeah, I was gonna say impossible.
No, that's what it is. It's like you got the hollowness inside of you. I think that's what it is. Anyway, I was gonna say that what you can do, you can put on like have little snippets of like highlight reel of previous games, and when you go on breaks, it only has to be like a minute highlight reel of like a random moment or something, and then when we go on breaks, we could we could show people the highlight reels of different times.
Then every 20 episodes, we can have a Dragon Brew Classic Hits.
There we go. Yeah,
Top
we
10
could.
Dragon Brew moments.
Top 10. Number 10. Sandstorm loses all his gold and doesn't tell the party.
It'll just be Sandstorm fucking up 10 times.
Number 9. And they're all doing something amazing. It's like, I don't do anything average.
Something amazing. Losing all my gold.
No. What about like do multiple crits on 1 HP?
Oh,
What
yeah,
happened? Something really funny. Didn't something funny happen with when we found the note of Limbo? Wasn't like a random encounter or something?
Yeah, you just murdered your deformed previous
versed,
master.
what was it? Just do it. What's that guy?
Just do it.
Remember we versed him?
I'm not mean.
I am actually Bahamut, yes. What are you talking about, Limbo?
What was that? I remember like I think there is a clip. I was saying like we should get the clips and highlights and make highlight videos for the ad for the break.
Robbie thought it was funny when he killed his previous friend.
I never killed him. What? He was
Well,
already dead.
It was in a fiendish form.
He was already dead. I want to go get my thing.
He wasn't.
Also, Sunrule, that is very, very accurate. Baphomet, because I do have some junk in the trunk. TBH.
What are we talking about? Sorry.
Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm lost.
I'm not.
Well, technically we're all lost because we just got hit with some weird magic. The confusion or whatever it was from when we entered.
Seems to be you guys trekking through the mud, and apparently in this flooded bog, you found a gem.
A gem?
You
So
found a
we
gem.
pretty much we don't remember the actual city.
Nope.
We remember
We remember
fighting
being
on the heart and all that sort of stuff. Just the city part.
You remember fighting on the heart. You remember fighting on the heart. You remember fighting there. You remember going to this bog and then searching through the depths of the muck and finding the gem.
Oh, so I don't remember anything else.
I don't remember anything else about
Well,
the city.
It's a good thing that Casimir takes notes.
Here's a good thing. Casimir, as you look through your notes and you went back, like one day as the days pass, you're just like,
Like, what? Mesro?
that's interesting.
I
That's a
literally-
good. That's all a lot of good theory.
I literally just said, you need to come back to Mesro Library. One day.
You just flip through, you're like, okay. Okay.
Robbie's not AFK.
Not at all. No, he's still there. Totally. See, can't you see? He's just having a yawn. Hey, Yoshi! You know it. Oh, thank you for the koalas. Hi. How are we all doing tonight? Thank you as well for sticking around from the raid. We appreciate it greatly. I can't believe 300 people decided to stalk us. It's great. Truly, it is. Thanks for hanging out with our bullshit. And later on tonight for a little bit of a... Hold on. I need to get this right.
I think my webcam has frozen.
I think it has.
What is that talking chair?
You're invisible.
You weren't supposed to use the scroll already, Ikra.
Later on tonight, stick around. All your dreams will come true in the form of burrito ASMR.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Alright, time to end the stream.
Now,
Am I right to turn my video off and on? Or
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
no, yeah.
Hold
Alright,
on.
you can do it if you want. But
Do it
I'll
if you
wait
want.
forever.
Till then.
and I'm back.
So am I. How we doing?
Oh hey man.
No, don't do that. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah. Shit's been good tonight. It's been fun. Yoshi, how you doing? You're fine. Waking up a bit, fine. Ooh, set up for Curse of Strahd. Hey guys, how'd you enjoy Curse of Strahd?
We don't say that name here.
I had good fun.
Traitor.
How did Gregor enjoy Curse of Strahd?
Let's go to Gregor's grave and ask him.
I guess he had a swell time, did he not? He's hating life. He's just, no comment.
That was
I
a
thought
fantastic campaign.
Curse of Strahd was good.
I think it was like your first successful completed campaign.
It was.
I mean, define
Yeah.
successful.
We
Yeah.
beat Strahd.
Yeah, but we were beaten too mentally.
At what cost?
The cost of an elf.
Gregor
Dwarf?
wasn't an elf,
Dwarf.
mate.
I think the price is.
Cost you all your friends, you traitorous
yeah.
bastard.
Fucking
Well,
even can't.
Mate, Duffus did nothing wrong. Except kill a lot of people and turn them into a vampire.
Murder innocent people, turn them into ghouls, betray his friends. That's metal. That's the big ones.
Other than that,
And remember,
Yeah,
Strahd
so-
likes to fuck around with all adventurers that come to his realm. It's great.
It wasn't even Strahd, that was the tombs.
Oh yeah, just wait till you get your players there. They're gonna love that place. Didn't you guys love that place? Hey, Ikram, how'd Gregor like opening that door that one time that led into that little wagon? And then how'd you enjoy opening the other door to the tower?
yeah.
You mean
that's-
every door he touched?
You know, the one that blew up in your face.
Yeah, it's what I live for.
It's having a good old
Priest on the edge.
having a good old door open. Priest on the edge. Nah, mate, whatever doesn't kill me makes me heal stronger. And I'm just going to move us over to the map of Chult. So only floating potatoes no longer there.
No,
Aw, man.
now it's the stationary potato.
Yeah, now it's just potato. Now it's a ground potato. So you guys have all this travel to get back to 110 miles, making your way. Well, basically just getting your way across there.
No, we didn't run the Death House, did we?
No, we did not run Death House. But the Death House is a good start for them, especially if you want to play from level 1 for new players. I do highly suggest it. It's a nice little run through. I've read it a bunch of times. I've gone through it. Just wasn't for me. I wanted to start them off straight into the get-go, but it is a good introductory and a little bit of a. It helps with the lore a little bit, and for NPCs later on in different areas of the campaign. So I do recommend it if you're going to do it. I just didn't run it when I played it. More or less because I was like, let's get into the Strahd story. Here's level 3. That's because I'm that kind of person. But, Yoshi, I do recommend it.
We weren't ready.
Yeah, if you weren't ready at level 3, you weren't ready at level 1.
Nothing would make us ready.
No. Nothing will make you
Still,
more
even though how bad that campaign was, I actually think we did all right.
Like, it was a good campaign. It was just like
Like, not how
depressing
you.
as, but
Yes, it was depressing, but I think it kind of suited the whole vibe of the whole campaign, really.
oh yeah, that's what it's meant to be like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I personally really enjoyed being a vampire. Yeah, really enjoyed it, to be honest. So
I mean, an evil bastard. Like, hey, Mr. Mayor, come here. Just fucking kill him.
now being
Yoshi, that is a really good link in from both those campaigns. Follow the fortune. Yeah. What is the actual alternative if the players don't go in the direction that you planned for, or what? Yeah, that's always my question that I think of after every game.
I think.
What the hell are these guys going to do? I have no idea. Let's just teleport a full dragon corpse to their keep.
Love you, Carl.
I will forever shake my head at that thought process.
Why would we take part of the Dragon Corpse when we can take all of the Dragon Corpse
Why do we need all of the Dragon Corps?
for more money?
For harvest.
To harvest the juicy innards.
Yes.
And I'm sure the meat tastes nice too.
Oh yeah, give it a red hot go.
Brad's just like, fuck's sake.
He hated that whole experience. That was
Alright, next
great.
time we'll let you dive into Dragon Corpse too. Alright, how about that?
I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, he's good.
I mean, Belvin pretty
But
much
you'd be better
became
if you were
part
covered in
dragon.
dragon blood.
Yeah, but Belvin pretty much became part dragon anyway. Last
He's like,
episode,
"I've
so
had enough of that shit.
yeah.
It only took like half an hour fucking about to do it. It's fine.
Yeah, we're only just leaving now. It's been an
Not
hour
entirely
and a
my fault at all. What are you talking about?
Nah, it's not. All of it's not on you, Luke.
Yeah,
I think
blame
it's a
Sandstorm.
group effort. It's like you guys don't even want to get out of Chop.
It's so nice and moist here.
True, moist is pretty good. The moistness.
Right, so let's get back into tonight's game of Dragon's Brew D&D.
Are we doing the God Plate?
Yes, we are going to get into the God Plate as well. So before you left Mesro, make me a investigation check and tell me what you're trying to get out of it.
I believe you said there was like a cube indent at one point.
There is.
Lasagna.
Same size as my puzzle cube.
There is.
Okay, so investigation?
There is. Investigation it is.
22.
22. This seems to be, the cube itself seems to be a form-fitting component of the God Plate.
Does it have the what was it, the triangular symbol? Like the undead had the inverted triangle, I think.
Yes, the undead had the inverted triangle. Let me just get a visual reference for you if I can find it, if it's still here.
I'll just sifting through the
ones-
maps.
Sifting through the maps. The one that's there now is this one here. The one that's embedded on your cube is this one here.
And which one was the good one? That's the good one. Can I turn the cube upside down? Perfect.
What did you expect to happen?
Perfect.
Did it activate when you got it like that?
No, I had to solve it. But the
Yeah.
inverted symbol was on the undead foreheads, but the...
No, Yeah, I know, but I mean that symbol's on your cube now.
Yeah.
Did that activate something? I don't think it did, remember?
Did it, Kyle? Does it seem to have a connection?
Do you solve the cube to get to this again?
Yeah. I thought it already was.
Oh, okay. No, I did.
Yeah, I thought you solved it.
I misinterpreted that. I thought you didn't.
Alright, well,
Maybe-
yeah. Because I've already done it once.
I was gonna say, yeah, I thought you did it back at camp.
I did do it
Yeah.
back at the camp.
Yeah.
You were smart enough to remember the process. Basically, you solve a Rubik's cubes once, you know the process to get it into it again. The sigils don't line up into the process of this, but you do manage to get it into this.
And that matches the god plate.
Matches the current God Plate form, as it doesn't glow deep purple. It now glows a fiery orange.
I'm having flashbacks to Curse of Strahd. Remember when I stuck my weapon in the thing and it got stuck and I couldn't get it back?
Yeah.
I'm having mad flashbacks to that, Kyle.
Mhm.
You do that to me again.
Are you going to put it in the?
Do I have any idea what will happen if I put it in the slot.
Make an insight check, not an advantage. Actually, no, make it an advantage because of the cube.
23.
On a 23, you either believe that the cube is going to receive something or the cube's going to give something.
The first one's good. The second one might be bad.
The cube might give itself.
Said something, not everything. Very carefully worded, right, Kyle?
Very carefully worded.
Okay, well, I know there's some connection to Ikram because it there was big glowing light and then Ikram started to glow or something. And he got his new powers that he doesn't even know what they do yet.
No idea.
Typical.
Do I even know that I have them? Or
You feel
do I
like
just feel a warm and fuzzy inside?
you feel a warm and fuzzy flame. The same kind of flame that you draw on your healing fires to burst in your hand, but now you feel like you can direct that through your breath, through breathing. And
You didn't use it last week, did you?
Nope. Why would I use your own ability that you haven't even used yet?
Steal his thunder.
I don't know.
I'm not that much of a monster.
Please, come on, Carl. That's a lie.
What do you do with the cube in this state?
Yeah, I'm very curious, so I'll slot it in.
Put the crown in.
You only try, mate.
Yeah, give me that crown, Sandstorm.
I'm sorry. You put the cube in. Perfectly sealed. The cube sits there and hovers and places seamlessly within it, aside from the outlines in which it's drifted within it. The symbol then appears on the opposite side of the cube. From around you, there is a swirl of radiant light that comes from Ikram's gut and from the cube that then spreads out over onto the god plate. There is then a burst of arcane light that comes from it. And these golden spectres of what seem to be spirits then burst out from the cube, smoking around in what seems to be a storm of spirits being released from the cube. You begin to lose count at around near 2,000 as your mind's quickly junting around, and the cubes just seems to be ticking them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to about 4,000 as the last spirit in golden light leaves the cube.
So the cube had souls within it. Or some soul spirits. Oh. I didn't know that. That's kind of fucked up.
Making an investigation check.
27.
Nice.
The cube also seems to work as a portable container to hold not only corporeal but also incorporeal, spectral assets. Some of those souls that you saw that flew out seem to be grey in nature as well, dimmed behind the golden spectres flying out and basically shifting into a different reality, into the worlds beyond. Mm-hmm. On a 27, you see one of those souls, in recognition of the last couple of days. Somehow you've seen this elf in the last couple of days. You then remember that this elf seemed to be wearing something green, like a dragon faceplate over his head, as his soul vanishes off into the distance, released.
So the Cube sucked in Nervane's soul.
And possibly many other souls from people that Casimir has killed along his journey.
Didn't realise I'd killed 4,000 people.
Not 4,000 grey spectres, probably only about maybe 30 to 40 that kind of stood out, but the rest were all shining golden.
They're all bad guys, by the way. Alright, I'm not a murderer.
Why he's saying they're grey, and then the rest were gold.
I didn't do nothing.
We saw that, Casimir.
You didn't say nothing. Shut your mouth, Belvin, or you'll be next.
Alright. Let's get through this jungle, guys. Let's do it.
Can I take the cube back?
It's on a flat surface. How are you going to retrieve it?
With my hands.
Okay, you're making a dexterity check.
Can I just just try and pull it out like I put it in? Dexterity?
Yeah, make a dexterity.
What are you just saying that why is everyone
30,
touching
20?
everything?
As you sneak your fingers in, you slowly pull it out. As the gifter sigil disappears to a new, strong, open face. An empty place on the cube.
So that rune's just like gone now?
That rune's gone, providing an empty face.
Okay.
And with that, you leave Mesro. The only one that remembers anything about Mesro is Ikram, but mostly because of the tie of the God Plate. The rest of you, over the course of 10 days, you make your way through the harsh jungles of Chult. Everyone make me a Constitution saving throw throughout it. You were being led as well
Why does it have to be Constitution?
because fuck you. You're making your way through.
Can we do wisdom?
No. You already succeeded your one roll you needed to.
If we add all of these together, it's a good roll.
We have one pass.
Yeah.
Damn, we rolled real bad. Oh, are we within 5 feet of Belvin?
You are within 5 feet of Belvin.
It's a 14 there.
14 is fine.
That's
With,
Ikram's.
Ikram's 11 is fine. No, wait, 3? Sorry. No, 10.
Wait,
10.
yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry.
3, yeah.
10. You guys are all fine as you guys travel through the jungle with help from tracking from Bag of Nails as he's assisting you through the jungle. Sandstorm, you can make me a survival check. And this is you retaining. This is you retaining the knowledge.
Do I retain any?
You do retain a lot of little skills and little things that you pick up from him over the course of the couple of days.
Nice, because I see what Ikram does, but this guy is on the next level.
This seems to be his home. To be
Is he
honest.
actually next level to me in regards to that? Or
Oh, that sounds like a survive off.
Oh, survival off.
Not a survive off. It's not a survive off. He knows more about hunting and tracking, where you're more centered on growth and direction.
That sounded like a challenge to me, Ikram.
everything
Who can
else?
grow a lettuce? Who can grow a lettuce the biggest?
You know he obviously can't grow. Let us
Win
the
by
quick.
default then.
So he has
Weak.
no access to that. Eventually, over the course of time, you guys make your way back to Port Nyanzaru on a rainy day. Rain's been pounding in on you. You guys are sweaty, tired. Your boots are becoming ruined. So you guys make it back to the busy city of Port Nyanzaru. Through your time, as you come into the city gates, as you came in the first time, which was up in this section up here, as you left in that way, you guys make your way back in. You have the city at your disposal for the moment. What would you like to do?
Before we enter the city, Kaz is going to use prestidigitation. So they can't find me if I'm outside the city for using magic. And I'll clean everyone off.
Yeah, have I been clean since I went inside the damn dragon?
Surely.
I hope so.
Has Sandstorm tried to clean himself since being in the dragon? You have to answer that question for me.
I would
It's not
definitely
voluntary.
soaked off.
Kaz
In
will
Mesro,
clean him.
I would have went to the river.
Yeah. Dip yourself in the water, wash the
Yeah.
blood off,
Like,
washed it off your armor.
yeah, like this innards and oh god.
You
Every, like, is there residual poison beyond me? I don't know.
That's in the clan.
No, that would have been washed off. You don't believe so. You haven't suffered any ill effects since coming through the jungle.
Okay, that's good. I'm a cat, so you'd hope I'll be alright.
What's it having being a cat have anything to do with poison?
No, in the
Yeah, me too.
in the forest,
What?
he said.
Oh, okay. I was like,
So the
what?
second part, he said 2 parts there.
Oh, okay.
The second part,
Yeah.
you'd hope as a cat in the jungle.
All right. How long have we been away again from Port Nyanzara?
Ooh, it's been well about a month.
Yeah. Okay. So we got to make sure our boat's still here.
It's not our boat. It's the wait, are they pirates or
It's Neva's.
Yeah.
Yes.
what's Neva's occupation?
He was just like a leftist.
She
She
was a pirate.
was a pirate. She's now employed by
So
Arthagus Oldbinder as a reclaimer.
we Belvin's going to suggest we need to make sure our boat is still docked here.
Reclaimer.
Yes.
She
Wait,
claims
wasn't
money.
Wasn't there an issue on the way back?
Debt collector.
There's potential hazards in the water.
But like, we.
Well, while you do that, I
Oh,
might
he
go
doesn't
get
know.
Enki.
Yeah, be like
Enki's back with the trade dude, is it?
Yes, with the merchant prince who is up in this villa up here. So
That's
Ikram,
the
you-
next place we need to go to.
We should buy
Yeah, I'm
some
saying is
time.
while you sort your shit out. Oh, okay.
That was the most robot.
yeah.
I got another.
Robo Rob.
We want more dinosaurs for like manual labor and stuff.
Does
Get
anyone
to
know,
the chopper.
does anyone know how to train dinosaurs?
Well,
Trying to dinosaur Ikram's.
Belvin's going to look for what's her name again?
Neva.
Neva. Because Belvin still has Angel.
Mm-hmm. You do.
Um,
We have magic.
Yeah, well, we would have mentioned like
We're not taking a boat ride back.
what's wrong with the boat ride? That guy, the monster, so far as we know,
It takes 6 weeks. And there's a dragon turtle
Alright.
in the
Alright,
middle that might
alright.
be angry.
We've got a dude who can just teleport us.
yeah, well, if we can meet with the merchant prince then. Because we have to report to him, well, not
Okay.
report, but like, you know, let him know about what has happened, pretty much.
Okay. Throughout the rest of the day, you can make your way up towards the merchant prince's villa. Straight away at the sight of the 4 of you, well, 3 of you, since Ikram's gone to gather Enki. You make your actually Enki's on the way, so it would just be a quick stop in. So you guys all rock up, but
I don't know,
also
didn't they say that they were going over there anyway?
well, yeah, you got to go
Oh,
up there
yeah.
anyway. So
That's what I mean, so we're all there.
So technically, if you look at the map, you travel like this.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just
Wait. You went
Oh
through
my
a
god, it's
building
awesome. I
here.
didn't know you could do that.
yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna climb the tree.
I'll just stick with the with
That was
everyone
just
if
my-
we're
that's
going
my-
to head that way
No,
anyway.
my past is.
Can we just sell this dinosaur?
do that?
You collect your dinosaur with no trouble, but there is a holding fee.
Fuck no, we can teleport.
Yeah, but
As-
like, why do we need it?
The holding fee
How do you do that? Todd?
has been 50 gold pieces
Why the fuck do we need to bury Angel then?
per day.
Yeah.
So this dinosaur cost us.
You're actually comparing Angel to a dinosaur.
Mate, it's equal. Remember, he sees all living things equal.
He talks to the trees.
Yeah, you gotta remember him.
Alright, alright.
Yeah.
He like has a chat.
I can't force Ikram not to.
How do you do that, Kyle?
Shift click, isn't it?
I'm trying to. Show
No, not anymore.
space.
Nope, not anymore. It's hold down right or hold down left, then right click.
Ah.
Okay. What'd you draw then? Jesus Christ. What do you mean? Who's dark blue and red?
So, Anki holding fee within the lavish holdings of
Per day?
the merchant prince.
Guys, I've got a plan.
That's
Let's
fucking Ikram's comes out of Ikram's funds.
let's buy a new dinosaur. And it
And
costs like
leave it
400 gold.
And call it Ikram. You won't know a difference.
Let's just buy a new dinosaur.
At least that's what would you, how much you about buy it for?
It's like, alright, it's alright, Ikram, we'll go get Anki.
Yeah, do
Why
it
do
like
you guys? Why do you guys
Space
care
Box
so
same.
much? It's coming out of my funds anyway.
Oh, no,
It's not
like-
yours.
You don't have any.
Can you
funds.
afford it?
We both got no funds, remember?
We were gone for a month.
No, remember how I got half of it back and kept it for myself?
Oh yeah, right.
did.
That's right. Yeah, I got no funds.
It's
No
an
one
expensive dinosaur.
You pay 1,500 in gold pieces to retrieve Anki
Oh,
back.
Can I?
That'd be do a lot of labor for us, mate.
Can we
I'm-
barter him?
Before I do that, no, I'm gonna just suss out, have a look at
Stillions.
Anki. Was she well taken care of?
Oh yeah.
She has been living the life of luxury in one of the finest kennel pens.
Well, you got a
In a
5-star
large
rating
living
place. What are you
space.
doing?
Rookie mistake.
You want the 1-star?
Get the motel.
Lock him in a cage. Just like tie him to a post and walk off. Chief, nah, joking.
And what was Anki's reaction when I came in and I kind of went up and like hugged her?
Imagine, I'd like you to imagine Anki eating grass.
Okay. I could see it.
How long did we have Anki for before we left?
A day.
Just like, I'm your father now, but I'm just gonna go away for a month.
Anyway,
But
okay.
coming
so,
back over,
He doesn't even remember you. He doesn't
interacting with it, and it,
so
you
who's
can
the
make
guy I owe the money to?
the merchant prince of the animal trade within Zaru. But upon meeting up with Anki again, you can make an animal handling check. And just to see how Anki, see if Anki recognizes you.
I'm going to use a natural 20. Now I've only got 3 left.
Only.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so I want you to imagine this: as Anki's chewing on some grass, turns his head towards you and sunders on over towards you, and then just nuzzles up to you, basically lifting you off the ground as it does. This huge beast.
Yay!
It smelled the weed. It wasn't there for you. It smelled the weed.
Its massive tongue gives you a
That's awesome.
huge lick up the chest, neck, and head as you're sweaty as fuck.
Fuck yeah.
I cleaned everyone off.
Sounds like my dad teaching.
Yeah, rip.
Oh god. You did when you first entered into the city.
Even with cleaning, Ikram just still stinks.
Yeah.
it's 45 degrees
normal
with
thing.
90% humidity.
Yeah, remember how he said like this place just reeks?
This is hot. This place is hot.
Sounds like Townsville.
Worse. Imagine Townsville, but worse, and smell like a swamp.
It's hard to imagine worse than Townsville.
Your head explodes.
Need to go to
as you try to
Florida.
imagine it.
It's like,
All right, so you guys make your way then over towards the Merchant Prince's villa, who then recognizes you all, especially Anki, and welcomes
Wait, so
you.
is he the one? Have I already paid him, or I haven't paid him yet?
Yes, you go ahead. You already pay him, but I was talking about Wakanga.
Oh, I was gonna. Nah, it's alright. Don't worry about it. I'll just pay. Fuck it.
we let him know
Move the storyline.
we've basically
Oh,
taken
this
out
photo's-
the cultists and the undead, helped out the order guys, and they're back in Waterdeep now.
That's like one of my favorite photos. That one.
Oh, sorry.
The town one.
Just
Yeah.
jumping between everything.
That's really cool, eh?
We're just teleporting around. It's alright.
Just
Someone-
teleporting around.
Oh,
as
there's
it-
an Angel's
Fuck it
corpse.
alive!
Nah, she's got 0 HP. She's dead.
Chili's there.
Too soon.
Holy shit!
Oh,
So brutal.
giant head.
Hey!
Oh, he's dead too.
Wakanga
Why is he dead?
He's a floating head.
welcomes you. Wakanga welcomes you into his villa.
Long time no
And-
see, mate.
As Belvin's carrying in his arms, which he has been doing for the entirety of this journey back, Angel wrapped in linens and cloths. He welcomes you back and says, "Welcome back. I'm." And then looks over to Tilly, who's basically just hovering over the shoulder of Belvin and looking sad, very, very sad. Makes the assumption, especially from seeing a lock of silver hair that breaks out from between the linens. I'm so sorry to see this happen. Please do come in. I'll make sure my servants take good care of her. Please. You make your way into the villa that it is self, and takes you up to the library for you to be more around in comfort and to relax. The table's being prepared for you, being brought in. Casimir, you notice throughout this moment he's cast a private sanctuary throughout this time. Just very subtly casts it. With no more than a flick of his finger. The spell takes effect.
Can you tell like how many of the effects take place?
From your knowledge with it, yeah, it's near permanent that he's adding an extra layer to.
Okay.
You think he's more being more peace of mind. It's more
Yes, people can't
it's more
spy us.
routine for him. Out of habit that he's constantly casted, especially during big talks, you feel.
Mhm.
He sits you down and goes, I also have some horrible news. It seems that the Leaky Dinghy was attacked by the dragon turtle as well. Some wreckage and corpses have washed up around the coastal regions, but we have nothing from our agent Shilshal. We presume she is dead, unfortunately.
So they left without us.
Well, no. The plan was for the crew of the Leaky Dinghy to search around the coastal regions of the peninsula and investigate, while you made your way into the hut. Down towards the camp, escorting Miss Angel.
So no survivors have been found from the wreckage.
Bodies, but they were in multiple pieces.
Can I? Can
How
I
long
try
ago
and
was this?
go?
The bodies have been appearing, mostly being fished out along with.
The attack, or do we know?
I myself am not too sure of it. All we know, the wreckage was found about a week after the attack. I'm guessing, or after you left. After they set sail, I should clarify. After they set sail, about a week afterwards.
I assume you have nothing against spellcasting, Wakanga?
As long as it's non-threatening to myself or to my home, you are more than welcome to as a guest. And as a fellow helper as well.
I want to try and scry. What was the captain's name?
Neva
Neva.
Shell.
Can I try and scry her with the green orb?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
As you cast a scrying spell, you pull the crystal ball out and peer into it, and he compliments you and goes, "Whoa, ancient but potent. Very good. Like it would fetch a high price." You dismiss his words. You stare into it. You are taken to the same kind of green clouds that appear, that then you see over the top of your body that goes through the roof, that goes into the sky over Ninezaru, that then travels off over into the Bay of Chult, into the water, that then peers in through the sea itself down into the depths, as you see a large shelled creature resting within a cavern. You travel in through this creature's shell, in through its flesh, into its intestines. It seems to be multiple humanoid bones, flesh still within the digestive tract, along with multiple sails, gems, and it seems to be food stocks that are present aboard ships, and rope.
I'll end the spell and just shake my head.
What did you see? This is a very incredible treasure as well that you found before us. Compliments.
Your assumption is correct. I don't believe there are any survivors.
I believe a crystal ball was seen, potent, and that is very sad news. What do you plan to do now? I'm sure the very arch Harper would like to be informed of this process as well. If you want, I could help you purchase a ship for your travel home.
Well, that won't be necessary.
Oh.
We could use a large, quiet space that we could fit our Anki in, and where we won't be interrupted for several minutes.
What are your intentions?
I mean, to teleport us home.
Oh, of course, you can use the courtyard.
And the guards won't interrupt us?
No. Not on my premises, no. They'll be set back, and if you need any of the components, I'm sure we could come to an agreement.
Also, we would like to bring Angel with us as well. Unless she has resided in you and told her if she did pass, if she wanted a particular resting place.
She was with me for no more than a month, and she spent a lot of her time just within here. And we conversed about a few arcane matters, but it wasn't more than theories.
If you don't mind, we would like to take Angel with us to pay our respects and give her a proper burial back home.
Of course. Seems you have all formed a wonderful connection with her. I hope that carries on in tradition to the rest of your friends, the rest of your family, for the rest of you all.
We do need to return to our people, but I believe we would be able to open a trade route between us if you happen to, or would be willing to share any teleportation circles here.
Well, of course, as a member of the myself as a member of the Hoppers, we do share knowledge. So as long as we can come to a mutual agreement, work towards each other, towards an end, I see you to be able to access such a potent ability such as a scrying throughout this crystal ball. You can definitely do that. Come, I will show you. He takes you up into his personal quarters. It seems to be his own little laboratory through the back. Several terms set up, and underneath what seems to be a rug is apparently inscribed into the floor, teleportation circle. Just make sure you contact me before coming, so we can drop my wards for you. It's just a little safekeeping for myself, you know. Now, and for yours, if you could show me a design.
Yeah, pretty much when we cast it. Would that be enough? Or do I have to... I can scrub down for him either way.
Yeah. You've already scribbled in your notes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'll let him study it then.
He takes it and he spends a good 5 minutes just looking at it. Just going, okay. He critiques it a little bit and just says, yeah, it could be improved. It could be improved. But no, it's subtle. It works. Is this your first one, babe?
Yes, it is actually.
You should be very proud of yourself.
Oh, thank you, Aaron.
I thought he was going to say, I could tell.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was going to say too. He's
with
a nice guy.
With that, Wakanga gets you guys fed. Asks when you're ready to go. You can have time to shower, bathe, relax at your leisure, or if you just want to bolt, you can just bolt.
I think the sooner we get back, the better.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
I was going to say, even
I'm
if
cool
we
with that.
shower and bathe and stuff, still fucking go out
Just
to
like
the
you
heat
get out of the
anyway.
shower and you're already sweating. And you're like, fuck's sake.
And just go to Wakanga and be like, thank you again for everything you've helped us with, and all the best for your future.
Oh, has he heard?
Until we meet again.
Thank you very much.
Has he heard from Ramilia about the remaining Order of the Gauntlet members that we sent to her?
You ask him about it, he says, yes, I've heard. We have heard about it, actually. About nearly 10 days ago, that the Order just happened to appear within the field of the dead. They were a little confused. The Guardians were a little confused as well. But upon contact and letting them know, the Harpers were able to sort out the Order of the Gauntlet, and the rest of their forces basically cancelled. They have had very strong accusations against these Cliffwells. See, it's a very serious point. Any evidence I suggest you put forward straight away.
Do we even have any evidence? We have like some letters and stuff, I guess. Do you guys remember any evidence? Anything that would like condemn the Cliffwells?
Anything that would condemn? Sorry, what?
The cliff elves. The nobles in Waterdeep that are like backers of the cult.
I don't remember.
Not that
I don't remember actual writing or anything like that. Like, what about any of the stuff that we got from the heart? Any of those notes that?
Ooh. Let me just have a quick little sticky bake.
I don't recall ever anything referencing the
Mentions
cliff.
of them, yeah.
Never know. Something might have been missed.
Something might have been, yes, yeah, may have.
But that would be the only thing that we'd possibly have would be whatever notes we found from the heart.
Yeah.
No. Guys found zip.
Classic
yeah.
guys.
That's right.
All you have is the real world the real experiences of the order basically being sent to the slaughter.
I mean, yeah. Basically, the order's recollection of what happened would be more than
Yeah.
us. We were only there for a day.
Yeah, but actual evidence, physical wise, nothing.
I mean, we could just stick him in a zone of truth.
Could be.
Just be like, do you support the cult? Cult of the Dragon? Yes or no?
You will have to find out. So, you guys go and prepare the teleportation circle.
Yep. Unless you guys
And-
want to do anything.
So,
Ready to
oh,
go.
so how big was the? How much would that dragon have weighed? Out of curiosity.
A lot.
Shit.
Tons.
It's a
And
big boy.
tons.
As in like tens of tons? Tens of tons, is that right?
A lot.
It was a flesh tank, basically.
Yeah. Massive. Well, if you guys want to roleplay,
I just mean like it's because obviously if you teleport that, definitely teleport like all of us quite easily. Is that, or is
Oh,
there
yeah.
restrictions with teleporting?
No, it's just like a time limit. You have like 2 rounds basically, and as long as you touch the portal, you can get in,
Oh, okay.
and you'll land
Oh,
within
sweet.
within 5 feet of the destination circle.
Yeah, sweet.
There's no size limits or anything like that.
Nice. I didn't know if there was like a max limit of people or.
I checked with Carl beforehand, but not for the reason of teleporting a dragon, because I was worried about Anki.
Yay.
You think a dragon of that length, with the overall length of probably about being 55 feet, body width of probably about 10 feet, tail length of 20, you're thinking 20,000 pounds?
Holy
just under
fuck.
10 tons.
Mass.
Big boy.
He lifts.
So, you guys head out to the courtyard
To River Guard.
and you make your way. Tell me about the process of you making the circle. Give us the full descriptive of how Casimir gets his circle on.
He basically just like sits down, holds the cube, like hovering between his hands, and it just starts solving, and then the chalks start moving, like hovering, and they start drawing out the circle over the minute.
Nice. And with that, the light,
Like a pillar of light.
till the light shoots up. You see that the ground beneath where the circle is lights up, and it's just a flicker of light, a little sheen of light. Your step, touch, or move through it. Gone from the tropical heat that is is Port 9 Zaru. And into the cold, brisk winds of a end of winter's morning. Within the courtyard of Riverguard. All of you make a dexterity saving throw as you kind of pop into this room, pop into this space. And you are kind of not surprised when you teleport in on top of a dragon.
10 days, Casimir.
You see Casimir looks up at you as you all pop in.
It's Casimir.
Casimir.
Because it's a simulacrum of Casimir. Casimir.
Okay.
Sandstorm, you keep your feet on top of the dragon while everyone else basically pops in, doesn't ready it. They're expecting flat ground. The rest of you all just... But Sandstorm finds his footing. You see Casimir is there and is basically slowly but surely has dissected a lot of the tail through bones, removal of flesh, and is basically working its way down to this full, gentle, reposed corpse, and just looks up at you as you guys fall down. There's a startle from Samel, the small, grey-skinned tiefling boy of no more than 14 when he left. He seems to be in wizardly robes as well. Seems to be a new pair that's been purchased for him. There are a couple of guards assisting with the works as well, and they're all just a little dumbfounded, and some of the guards do look annoyed, and the smell of everything that is this dissection of this green dragon is overwhelming.
Yeah, it wouldn't stink. It's fine. You can use magic to make it not stink.
I have been.
And it still works. Doesn't work.
No, it doesn't last.
I haven't tried hard enough.
You see he casts Prestidigitation 3 times just in front of you, and the smell still lingers on your nostrils, but is gone for the potent minute.
Honestly, Casimir, not your most wisest decision to do this.
Hey, when you can bring a dragon back home, you come talk to me, alright?
This is all you then. Belvin's just gonna make his way through the keep then.
You see that one of the dragon wings has popped up on top of the barracks building currently. They're still trying to move the mass of what the wing is and carve it and save it for basically all it's worth. While trying to retain it. But you do make your way through and get into the...
Belvin's actually, instead of go straight to his room, he's actually going to make the rounds and actually see everybody.
You pass Nicole a couple times and he basically just... Hey! And he puts his hand out to see you again and goes, when did you pop on in? Welcome back.
Literally just then.
Huh. Well, it's been a... That fucking tiefling, man. He's going to put all of us out at work one day.
Nico is a tiefling, by the way.
I know.
Why are you dissing yourself, man?
Yeah, I definitely agree it wasn't the wisest decision to put this here, but maybe in the long run it'll be beneficial. Don't know.
When the cash starts rolling in, you guys will be like, fuck, that was a good idea, Casimir.
But I hope this time that I've been away has been good to everybody here.
Well, how about you come up and take a look up here? I mean, serious.
Sure.
And he takes you over towards the... Where is he? He takes you up onto the battlements that are There's the wall of river guard, and he shows you what has been done in the 3 months. Basically, you guys have been away the entirety of the winter. If my mouse wants to work. You see there is a tent city comprised of banners from the Lord's Alliance. There is a small grove of trees growing beyond what seems to be a naturally somehow strangely formed out of natural stone high walls, nearly about the same height as the keeps. There looks to be a tavern out from the center garden that is where you can see Osha working down below with a couple of hands. Multiple houses and a watchtower have been set up, and there is now a road that leads from the keep towards the gatehouse in this enclosed space. You also see what seems to be a woodwork shop, a carpenter's facility being constructed with logs being floated down river heading towards it. Beyond the forest, you can see it seems to be a small grain farm out of season, but being prepared for the next, and a fishery with large fish nets, along with the keelboat heading down river towards you. It's a full settlement being set up. You spot people wandering around the street. You even spot a few people at the tavern having a good old drink. And he points to the tavern and sees out there. That's the Dragon's Brew Inn. That dwarf.
The Dragon's Brewing.
Yeah, someone got the joke.
That Alvin, my friend, that gnome, he makes one hell of a drink. One hell of a drink.
One hell of a brew.
Makes one hell. He's been waiting for you guys to get back to name it.
He just did.
No, the drink, not the.
Oh, okay.
Actually, yeah, it's totally space then. Belvin still has Angel. So, where
You see, he's like looking at just being like. You think he's just not going to press the issue? He's just like
it's looking quite good. I'm gonna have to do a closer inspection at a later date. I've got a matter to attend to.
yeah.
And then he's just gonna walk off.
Should we
So,
deal with Angel first?
He's gonna come back and then gesture to everyone, the other guys. Be like,
Well.
I think it's time that we laid Angel to rest.
All right.
Now, where is this memorial that we've got going?
I don't have one yet.
Okay.
But basically, we could start like a graveyard, essentially. I'm
Well,
assuming no one else has died yet.
I think
Well, we've been gone.
No one else has died.
Okay.
I think not necessarily a great yes, we'll have a graveyard, I guess, but I think a special memorial spot in the keep itself.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's what I
was
was-
thinking in the chapel, basically.
That's what I started for inside for Limbo.
Yeah.
So like it's like you don't have to put their body there, but more just like a shrine area or
Maybe like a token or something.
yeah. You can
Which-
inscribe something and talk about have like a line about
Would we burn Angel? Because of
What
the
was the
because of the possibilities of
Did she request that? I'm not sure.
Ikram?
undead.
Talk to
I
her.
think it would probably be a good idea. Just to be safe.
Put her in the water.
We could do a Viking
Burial.
burial.
Is it, what are they called?
On the
Sure.
Is it just like burial at sea or something like that?
Yeah, they burn them. They want to burn them.
They go in a boat and they shoot a flame arrow.
Yeah. Do you want me to go for the arrow shot?
I don't think she was a Viking.
Yeah, neither do I.
You can still do it. It's cool.
Yeah, but if she didn't want it,
I think it'd be better if we just did it, just normal, just made the.
Like a pyre.
I still think we should burn the
Yeah,
corpse first.
we'll make a pyre for her.
No, but yeah, that's what I mean.
the pyre's for.
Yeah.
The pyre's the stack of
This
that you
stack.
put people in to burn them.
Yeah.
Stuck in the oven.
Jesus.
There'll be no mess.
Sandstorm, you can just stand in the
Backed
back.
up, mate.
We'll take care of
That
it.
was Robbie speaking.
Sandstorm.
There is the drider tree as well that sits over on the ledge near the steps that lead up to the river face walls, and that has also grown in size quite well.
I mean,
It's now about as thick as Ikram's body.
Do we want to bury a corpse next to this tree? What if it absorbs the corpse's nutrients and becomes like a vampire tree?
Wait, are you talking about the tree that I planted?
The tree that you planted.
We can
correct.
keep her in an urn or something.
Keep her in an urn. Go in the urn.
Let's
No, it's not ashes. What the fuck did you do that? How did you go from the bag of holding? Just keep a dead body in there.
I reckon let's burn her and then
I think it'd be nice.
grow her into a tree.
The tree.
All right.
Because you don't bury ashes, you put it in something.
No, you can do whatever you want with ashes.
You can, but I mean,
Don't do whatever
throw
you
it
want with the ashes, Sandstorm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like, this would be really good fertilizer for my crops. I think we should don't waste.
Yeah,
No, what I'm saying is we could, like, instead of building a memorial, we could almost
Small,
build a memorial next to the tree that I planted and plant a nice tree there.
Whereabouts?
Like,
Which-
it'll grow.
yeah.
Which location?
And we could do that. We bury her there and then do that on top.
I don't think growing a forest inside the keep is the greatest idea.
The,
Yeah, but
the
it's
memorial
literally
can be in. The memorial's gonna be inside, but not. Why is it? It's just one tree. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not planting more trees.
No.
No.
Put like a.
I didn't say we were planting a lot
Okay,
of
good
trees.
then.
One
So it's like this.
It's just going next to the other one that I'm growing, and that's it. She was a huge part of like the keep
Yeah.
and everything.
So we can do spread out memorials. We can do it throughout the keep. So when people walk around, they see like the people that.
All right, Ikram, if you die, I'm going to plant your tree outside the keep, all right?
That's fine.
There's no real other.
Oh, if you go out there,
There's
that guy,
fuck all space for a tree.
the
Yeah.
further you are away from the keep, the less what do you call it?
Important.
Yeah. So Limbo's like in the middle because he's the one that gave me the keep.
Wait, how many trees are we planting?
I'm not playing a tree
What?
per.
Oh,
So, Limo has a little shrine within the chapel itself, up on the wall. Yeah, so he has that. It's on a very nice decorative piece of wood that's hanging up on the wall.
Cool.
Plaques in there. And Ikram, you are going to bury the ashes and grow from that, are you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to the angel tree.
Yeah. I'll make sure Osa and all that like take good care of the seed and make sure it flourishes.
Yeah, you can collect the seed. Nicole has informed the rest of the tieflings, and eventually, as you're burying the seed, Usha does come over towards you and just, oh, Mr. Walker, it's nice to see you again. Are you planting another tree?
Osa?
Yes.
Is this Osa?
This is Osa.
Hey, I was coming to see
I thought
you
you said
after this.
Walker as well. I did not say that.
Mr. Walker.
Walker.
Mr. Walker.
Where is
Yeah,
the
how weird was
Walker?
that?
Because I'm like, we always like say
Just because he's got
Rob
red
Walker.
hair, it doesn't
Yeah.
mean he's Walker.
That's what I thought. Rob's like really concerned right now when he was thinking about it.
He's just like, fucking calm.
His camera's so frozen.
So serious.
It's not frozen.
Can you see that, Rob?
All
See
right.
what?
Can you see your camera frozen?
Yeah,
No, okay, you see it too.
All right.
it's not frozen.
So she comes over towards you and says, "You're planting another tree. How was your trip?" It's good to see you again.
It was hectic.
Oh,
We'll talk about it later. We'll just deal with the burial first.
she goes over towards the tree you've already planted.
Don't forget who Ikram
See-
is.
You see her make her way over to the tree. And she looks down at you and says, "I've been making sure to practice what you've taught me. See?" And you see from the as she cups a leaf in her hand, you see flowers begin to blossom and bloom.
I held back a tear, proud.
You're killing me with the frozen camera.
I'll turn it off and back on again.
Yeah, puppet.
It's just like, I have a tear. And you look so fucking dead serious.
I have a tear. No, yeah. I'm very proud of you. Wait, have we finished the funeral yet, or is that still going on?
You're the
No,
one
no.
in charge of it, mate.
Fuck. Okay. Shit. Do I have the seed? Sorry.
You've got the seed.
Yeah.
You've got the seed.
alright.
You haven't burned the body yet.
Okay. Well, should we burn the body away from that area? I was thinking there's a fucking giant dragon corpse.
Trees
in
are
the way.
flammable. I mean,
Well, I
a
said the
good,
oven, at least.
We'll
a good
set a
portion's
nice-
been removed, right, Carl?
The tail portion has been removed for access, which
There's
was
enough space.
Casimir's first point of contact.
Good call, Casimir. I hope you're still working though while we're doing this.
Let's just
Still
let's
fucking
burn this
working.
Body. Yeah, let's just burn its body. Do you guys want to say something before we light it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know what to say.
So I'm just gonna like lay out some sticks and stuff like that, and kind of like layer on top of that, and then I have another stick, and I just cast Druidcraft and just basically light like a small torch, and I hand it to Belvin. You can do the honors.
All right.
As this has all been prepared, you've given materials for it. At word of your arrival, basically from Nickel, a lot of the occupants of the keep have begun to make their way over and towards to see the scene, what seems to be some sort of mourning. They all basically get the hint and are quiet. Gathering around you, you see Alton as well up on the halfling from the Harpers, up on the northern wall as well, looking down on you, basically in just a solemn pose.
Unprepared, to say so. All right. Angel, even though our time together was short, but the time that we spent with you was invaluable. The help you gave us and how you touched every one of us, and only wish to use yourself to help others. We can all take pride in knowing someone like you, and hopefully can follow in the way that you depicted yourself. As much as it was hate to have you go like this, but we know that right now you are in a better place. And then
At his shoulder. It's like a good job, mate.
Light the fire.
You gain inspiration for that, Brad.
That was very nice.
You light the fire. The linen wrapped body ignites. Burns. From a distance, Casimir seems to be holding his hands up just to... Knowing the smell of burning flesh, a little unsettling at times. It's just make sure to keep that at a hold as the whole court goes silent as the flames burn, burns to over a course of a bit of time. The fire does burn her to ash as well. It's a lengthy process.
Kaz is just watching the fire intensely, just using this as fuel for motivation to destroy the cult. Like strengthening his resolve.
It's past sunset when the body is near its most ashen form. The fires begin to die down. There are still some bones that remain, but very few. One thing you've noticed as well of her gear, none of it seemed to be with or on her when you picked her up. Seems she was just left with the robes she was wearing. Remains of bone and ash now lay in your hands. Well, lay before you, along this scorched area that you've set out.
Can Kaz sort of use
Does
mage
anyone have a
hand
jar? Yeah, I was going to say.
like sort of, because it's incorporeal, it can come up like through the ground and then up under the ashes to sort of collect it.
Yes.
And then can pour into a jar, or if someone has something.
We can just put it straight into the hole that Osa prepared.
Yeah.
She's dug in and around where the initial seed is going to be planted. And has basically set a base for that seed to sit in, along with a small trough that rings around it for the seed to grow out into.
And then I hand Sandstorm the seed to plant.
Got it. And as I place it in, I go, 1, and I look in the air and I think, dragon brew for everyone. On me. I put it in.
Look around some of the guards and people are watching. Just give a nod. The seed is planted. You step away.
And then I just nod to Osa, and she kind of like covers the hole up and kind of preps the soil and stuff.
She pats it down in a gentle compaction. Look, at one point she even looks at you to just make sure she's doing the right thing. She then brushes off her knees and her skirt and steps back.
And then I'll just cast Druidcraft and create like a nice little cloud just above the hole, and then I'll just gently water it.
Gently water it. You see rain's patter down along it, on top of it. As the spell then fades after a little bit of time of watering it. You cover it up. It's all nice and compacted. The soil fertile, ready to use from from previous castings with plant growth as well.
Yeah, I'll cast Plant Growth.
And over the course of 8 hours. Okay.
Yep.
Ikram stands there alongside of Osha as Osha lends her support. Ikram, you see his hands glow in a sort of radiant light of the sun. He stands there and conducts his plant growth spell. The crippler floats at his has been planted at his side, enriching the earth as well. Sansom, Casimir, Belvin, later on throughout the night, as Ikram's done this before, spending a large quantity of time doing so. Come back out near 8 hours later, it's nearly midnight. You see both Usha and Ikram step back away from the planted area of Angel. As the spell comes to its climax in succession, sprouting from the ground, you see this little sapling that grows out, and from its side, 2 silver leaves grow.
Money does grow on trees.
The same silver as her hair. And with that, we are going to end tonight's episode of Dragon's Brew D&D with you all safely returning to your keep. 8 hours pass of you guys getting some rest and relaxation other than Ikram and Usha as they've been conducting the spell.
Be catching up with everyone.
You catch up with everyone.
While they're casting.
You go through business and see what events have transpired.
Belvin pretty much just goes into his room and just gets rid of all his gear and stuff that he's got and just kind of lays down for a bit.
Sansom, you are taken by Alton, and you are introduced to a whole load of people, and they're all a little confused, but also just like, oh, yes, nice to meet you, good lord.
Hey mate, how many did you recruit?
We can talk numbers next time. We can talk numbers in the morning. And with
This guy's
that,
metagaming.
with that, our game of Dragons Brew D&D comes to a close as the four friends and their as our four friends and their fallen comrade is now also a permanent beacon of life within their lives. Yeah. I would also like to welcome you to.
She's now created new life.
Yes. I'd also like to welcome you to level 10.
Yay!
Guys, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Good work.
Good to have some feels good after all the feels bad.
Yeah.
But
That
at
was
the same
beautiful, guys.
Same time, it was like a sad moment.
I think everyone gains inspiration for that, for everyone being included and everyone playing.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that everyone had something to do with that funeral.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Lucky
Wow.
reroll ones.
Never seen that one.
Wow. Yeah.
That's
So you can have inspiration.
crazy. What
Yeah,
the
but you can't snort the ashes and all.
No fucking sort of the ashes. What is wrong with you people?
You guys
Oh,
fell for now.
Yeah.
Oh
Over
my
100 health.
god.
Alright, guys, don't let the team down.
Oh,
wood.
I'm not rolled above 5 in my head.
nice. Yeah, welcome to level 10. Let's spend a bit of time just hanging it out and doing some.
Reroll ones.
You can reroll one.
What the hell is going on?
Show me the green.
That's pretty
There you go. That's fine.
Alright.
Go to bed, Ishman. Thank you so much for sticking around with us
Thanks,
tonight.
guys.
Thank you as well.
I thought Ishman had left earlier.
Yeah, same here.
Thanks for hanging in there.
Go 5 again.
You got 5 again. Oh no. Yes, we'll be back next week with more Dragons Brew D&D. We'll also be coming up with a little bit of Dragon Brew the Vice special with our Dragon Brew boys.
Like a Marvel Universe crossover.
Yeah, like a Marvel Universe crossover. The Dragon Brew boys, myself, being led through a little bit of a thing, DM'd by none other than Whole Squall himself. So you guys get to enjoy that, but we won't be having that for a couple of weeks. We may be having a 2-week break leading in. We are going to be having a 2-week break within the first 2 weeks of November, because our good little roguey Sandstormy here has stolen the heart of some special girl. Ooh. Yeah, congratulations, buddy.
Wait, who's that?
10 storm.
I had no idea.
Who knows? Who cares? But yes, we'll be back. We'll be back with that special at the after the break, as we're going to go to the break music, because that's much better than the Riverguard Tense music currently playing. So don't worry about that, guys. It's all fine and dandy. You can also catch me on the Vice D&D, but you won't be able to catch me on the Vice D&D till after the 7th of November, I think. Yeah, you can't catch me on there for the next 3 weeks. Yep. Yeah, because I'm busy and doing things, but I'm also going to PAX Oz, so if anybody else is going to PAX Oz, slide into my DMs. Ludes are approved.
So yeah, next week is my last week unless we play on a Tuesday.
That is, thank you for that update. We will work around that maybe for the moment, and we'll see what's going on. But you can also catch us on the Discords, where we talk a whole bunch of shit. There are our Twitters, and it's going to be, hopefully, the next couple of sessions is going to be fun. We can go through some level up stuff and see just how.
Do some role play with everyone and get everyone trained up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Our underlings.
We're gonna have a montage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a Rocky
Do a
montage. For every individual NPC.
Yeah, let's do it.
Even Rocky had a montage.
Just shooting like at a bow and arrow at a target, and you roll for every shot, and then you.
If he doesn't hit enough, he fails.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
it's fun, but you keep doing it. Montage, you have to fail the first few,
Nah, nah,
right?
nah. No, if you're shit. I mean, no, if you're
Montage.
good. Whoops.
It's not really much of a montage if you're good all the time.
We're also going to have a nice little raid for our good friend Little Miss Vixen because Heart's
Huge raid.
Don't do it too fast, Kyle.
We're going to do a raid. So joining up with the raid.
Don't do it too fast again.
Yep. I don't even know how the raid. I think it's /raid plus their name. Yep.
That'd
Wonderful.
be-
I think that's right. So come in, join us with the raid. We're going to continue on this nice little attack. Well, not a little attack, but the dragons are going to be raiding. So come and enjoy, and just let's see their incredible reaction because they're always a treat to see, to be honest.
Yeah.
So copy later. So come on in with us. Let's go say a little hello to her. So copy and paste that. Dragons are raiding. Till the next time. Keep rolling 20s, guys.
Shout out to Kyle.
Went the whole session without dabbing.
It's a miracle.